I don't. I'm dyslexic.
I know, and I enjoy teasing you about it.
Hey,
And hello.
do me a favor on your end, Colt. Go into Discord and crank up your output.
Yeah,
You
now
are
we can't
indeed
hear you,
quiet,
Colt.
which is probably why you keep getting talked over.
Well, I mean, I'm using...
I was right.
Okay, cool. It wasn't just me being disrespectful. Great.
My output's maxed out.
Is it?
I'm turning you
cannot
up.
hear
Don't
you.
worry.
Cole, you. I guarantee you, I will bet 5 shekels that you are using your onboard mic on your laptop right now on Discord instead of your actual mic.
Laptop.
Well,
or whatever computer you have.
You owe me 5, whatever those are.
It might be your no. I'm sorry, shekels webcam microphone.
Yeah, I know. I'm using the mic that I've plugged in.
Do you have one of these bad boys here?
Hang on.
Did you swizzle your switch on the back in going to and from Nana's house, or
I want to swizzle your stick.
that's later?
I don't have a stick.
Excuse me.
All right, so
This is a Christian podcast.
No,
PG something,
that is getting
guys.
better.
That's better.
That's better.
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, maybe I just pointed directly at my mouth or something.
If it's I forget the name, but if it's like that type of microphone, then you have to speak directly into it.
All right, is that better?
Yes,
That's so much
better.
Hey,
Much
look at that.
better.
Hey.
Now that turns
Hello,
down.
everyone. Colt, you have the floor.
Oh, hi, we're here. Now the button.
Hello. Hi.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, it's
Hello?
been an amazing week.
Doing great.
I normally ask how you guys are doing, but today I want to tell you how I'm doing.
Ooh.
I
Please tell.
recently just tried G Fuel. They're not sponsoring us by any means, but I want to tell you that I've had 2 like thermos-sized Yeti bottles of that today, and that's some good stuff.
Good for
So,
you.
If you
You've been
find
on a health and
yourselves,
wellness journey.
yeah, I'm on a complete wellness journey. I have exercised soda from my life completely. No soda for this man.
Woo.
So wait,
Good
Uh,
how much
job.
caffeine have you imbibed today?
Enough.
Enough, as in over 400 milligrams.
Well, let's see. The one bottle I had was 140, and then I had half of another bottle because I split the other one, so we'll just call that 70. And then just sipping on this coffee, which is actually mostly creamer. So
Usually only about 30 to 60. So yeah, you're still within the legal limit. You'll be okay.
I'm cool. I'm borderline ADHD anyway, supposedly, so all it does is make me normal.
Yeah.
That being said, though, how is everyone doing today? I'm sure some of us maybe have had doctor's appointments we had to get to that may be feeling us lethargic.
I
I'm
also
mostly
had a
feeling
doctor's
tired because I
appointment.
just woke up.
Well,
I'm in the same boat.
welcome.
The only difference is that it's 7 p.m. for me, and it's what, like 12 for you or something?
Today,
I took a wee nap.
we
So-
have before us a grand journey. If we can stay on track, you guys could
my God.
potentially not only get a level, but be on to bigger and better things.
Gasp. Okay,
got
yeah,
this,
let's do
guys.
it. Guys,
got this.
let's
Now,
do it.
So focused.
I'm not one for spoilers, but there is a decision that comes from you guys tonight, and that decision will impact what happens in this world.
Oh, goodness.
So, prepare yourselves, because I won't be giving you a bunch of time to decide.
Oh no.
Feels like you're giving us a lot of time right now.
What could possibly
Yeah,
go wrong?
so I will
goodness.
tell you now, so that way when the moment comes, we are not blindsided.
Guys, option A. Period. That's it. We're going with option A.
Where's Meow when you need him to
Option
just
C.
rush in and do what nobody else wants to do?
Yeah.
Kara's
Option
here.
Z.
Also, I didn't get a chance to answer, but I'm really cold.
Aw.
I just moved from middle of Florida to South Carolina, and we just dropped the freezing. So I'm having an experience right now.
I see that. You're looking a little Jesus of Nazareth today.
Listen, a little more than usual, at least.
Wow.
Actually,
put
no,
a hat
guys, I can wear my beanies again. I'm so excited.
Yeah, go put a
That is
hat on.
nice. You're in the great state of Lindsey Graham.
He's wearing pants.
And put a
If I get
sweater
COVID, I
on.
fall on you and put my own beanie on. I have it somewhere.
On the break, I'll put a backwards hat on.
I don't have one here.
Put a sweater on.
I don't have one. Knit me one.
Fine. Let me finish the
Maybe one.
500 other projects I have on the go.
I'm painting
Go buy
two
one.
different miniature armies. Actually, technically one. The other one's Kayla's. So I'm painting one miniature army right now, and redoing a second. So
Sorry for distracting us. I
that's
just
all
wanted
right.
to tell
You were
everyone
you were
before
telling
I-
us how you feel. It's
Honestly, that beanie is what I picture you in all the time. It needs to stay. You're like Double D from Ed, and Eddie.
awesome.
Actually accurate.
Double D.
That's what they called him.
I love Double D. I forgot he wore a beanie.
Yeah, always. So, without further ado, who's gonna bring us in this week?
Not it.
Got it. I already
Nose
went.
goes.
I already
Nose
went.
goes.
I already went. I already went.
I think it is going to be the wonderfully cracked out Katina George.
Yeah.
Nope, I gotta be prepared for that. It would be terrible. I don't
Nah,
remember
too
anything.
bad. I had to go last. I had to
Hey,
go
that
was me last week, too
involuntarily
bad.
You
last
actually
minute.
take notes.
Too fucking bad. I didn't have a say.
I don't
Neither do
recall.
you.
I suddenly remember absolutely nothing that happened.
All right, guys. I'll
Make it up. Make it up.
I'll make it up, or if you guys want, I can go.
Always make it up.
Go ahead and go.
Because I made a list of things earlier with Colt. Kara danced with Aaron. Everyone did Kara's makeup. Maisie tried to sneak into Aaron's room but failed, and they shared a memory. Katina tried to get Aaron to sleep with her dad. Bretlin and Evander shared moments, including a really awesome mid-combat moment. Evander also kicked ass in battle. Kara tried to commit a smash and grab. Bretlin and Aaron chatted with the leader of the Tourmaline and got paid. Maisie also stole drugs from Katina's dad and sold them for money, and she performed a flawless Type 5 that got us all free rooms from Scram Sacks, the tavern innkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was most of everything.
Yeah,
Most
yeah,
of
Very
that
well
was
done.
pretty succinct. So, with
Oh,
that in mind,
Yeah.
we've had a wonderful night of ruckus partying and comedic entertainment.
Which was flagged by YouTube, and so I had to edit that part out last week.
But Katina, you're doing it next week.
That's fine. I will take notes
Be
tonight.
prepared.
I'm sick next week.
So, awakening on a beautifully gray and snowy Brinchander morning. The journey before you to Goodmead is going to take you 6 hours, which means by the time you get to Goodmead, you will need to stop in, unless you wish to push an additional 4 hours to make it to your near final destination of Dugan's Hole. The choice is yours.
Guys, is
I'm
this the
fine with
decision?
pushing. Is this the
Me too,
major
I'm fine with
decision?
Pushing seems good.
I feel like this is the lead up to the major decision.
I feel like all
Yeah.
night we're gonna be asking, is this the major decision? Is this the major decision?
Yeah, that's gonna be.
I think
Tonight.
we let's
Either way, I say we push on.
let's
I also
Agreed.
say that.
I think let's
I mean, will we
my
hit
goodness.
like will we be affected mechanically by pushing on, or
Past 8 hours exhaustion.
okay?
6 hours
so
there, 4 hours to Dugan's Hole.
Mm-hmm.
That's 10 hours.
Yeah, it's 10 hours.
Could we
We could
maybe
take breaks.
could we maybe, how much is a dog sled? Could we like hire a couple dog sleds, and would that get us
This
faster?
is a thing.
Or like rent? Can we rent a pup?
Do we have enough money for that?
Ah, yes, the titular rent-a-pup.
What do you have to provide as a down payment for rent a pup? Do you need a driver's license?
Usually
would
they
have
like
the
to
dog
see a birth certificate.
I'm proficient with land vehicles, so
That is good.
I'm proficient with water vehicles, which won't help.
I
You
am
never
not
know.
proficient with dogs.
I'm
You're
not
not
proficient with
Proficient
dogs.
with dogs.
Let's see. So the going rate to purchase these items: a empty dog sled is 20 gold. Each sled dog you wish to purchase is 50 gold. Now, if you were to rent them, that also means that you would be bringing them back.
Alive?
That's not
It's
happening.
not like a U-Haul.
Alive is preferred.
How many dogs
we
do we
can
need to run a
Just
sled?
lie and say that we're gonna bring them back.
Boy, oh boy, I would say at least 4.
Per
That's
person or
200
for all of us?
30.
I mean, if you're all trying to pack onto the sled, you're going to need more dogs.
I mean, we're
So
not under a
which we'll need.
we're not under a time crunch, are we?
No,
So
not that we're aware of.
yeah, I mean, I would.
But now I want a puppy.
Well, I mean, I would say
I do too.
let's get the good mead, see how we all feel. Maybe there's a puppy rental service there. You could rent a pup for a night, get a good night's rest, and then get to Dugan's Hole the next day. I mean, besides the fact we'll be approaching exhaustion, we'll be feeling it a little bit halfway to Dugan's Hole. By the time we get there, if there's any problems, we're going to be at a bit of a disadvantage.
Lucy.
Yeah, so basically we shouldn't press on. Yeah, I think we shouldn't press on. I didn't realize we'd be exhausted. My vote is just stay the night somewhere else in case something happens. We don't want to be.
3 silver to my name, so I cannot even remotely.
I could buy the dog sled, but I couldn't buy a dog, so that's why my vote's not with that.
Let's
Okay, I bet that we just stop halfway. We don't need to get the dogs.
I could buy 2.5 dogs.
I could buy half a dog.
Let's get the good mead.
Mm-hmm.
And there could be already a convoy leaving for there. Let's assess our situation when we get there, I would say.
Okay.
So,
Also, Rent a Pup is now a franchise in Icewind Dale.
I've written it down. So, making your way out of Bryn Shander, heading east along the, you guessed it, East Way. You'll be making your journey most of the way to East Haven before finally turning south to Goodmead. Over this ridiculously cold 6-hour journey, one thing's on your mind. What is fully causing this everlasting winter? Why won't it end? And what is bringing you southward?
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Did my dad come?
Your dad would be staying behind to kind of pick up the pieces of the party, as it were, and then go meet Brad later on. And he figures you don't want to be around to check in with Brad. But he will send you off with a care package, a small snack, and a absolutely lovely smile.
Perfect.
And Aaron will
Marima
not
slips
make eye
him like
contact.
2 gold.
Oh, call it. Call it. You're not mine.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
I don't understand how you guys
Up
catch
the
that. I
Oh
totally
my god, I'm sorry. What did I say?
Up in the ante.
I
Marima.
said Marima.
Mez will do it. I'm sorry. Mezarine will like go up to him and just like wordlessly hand him like, wait, how much did I make off the drugs? It was like 10 gold, wasn't it?
Yes.
I hand him 2 gold pieces and say thanks for the supply.
He'll nod, smile, and be like, "It was my pleasure."
Cool.
Now you take good care of my girl, okay?
We might need some funds for that. She's pretty picky.
Yeah, she's got very particular tastes.
Yeah. She'll leave it then.
All right. Heading out onto the road. Strapped in your cold weather gear, the ice and snow covering everything you see. However, you're just now able to get a good look at the foothills that lead into the spine of the world, like ripples bisecting this road heading east. Over the first hour of our journey, like always, I require a d12 roll from Bradlin.
All right. Pull up the. There we are. Where is my sheet? There we are. D12. Doot. 5.
Okay. Well, 5 was indeed the answer we were looking for. Right.
Uh-oh.
So, which one of you would you say is guiding the party? Is anyone in particular just kind of taking the lead?
Probably either Bretlin or Kara.
He would definitely be towards the front. If Kara was very insistent about leading.
Then Kara will be in the back.
Okay, well I guess it's Bretlin.
All right. So, through the first hour, things seem calm enough. However, soon a thicker patchwork of fog rolls its way off the spine of the world, heading towards your edge of the dale, bringing with it a large flurry of snow. Soon,
Hey, you guys, we should really tie ourselves together. Maybe if there's a storm coming, we don't want to get lost and separated.
Fine idea.
Sorry for interrupting.
Tina's gonna tie a piece of yarn around Amos and be like, "We're fine."
wow.
That actually
Oh,
is pretty smart though. Amos is big and metal and heavy, so if we all tied ourselves to Amos, it would prevent us from like flying away like fairies.
No, only me.
Too bad.
So, with the large flurries of snow coming in from all angles, finally, a full-blown blizzard. Bretlin, since this was your D12 roll, I need you to roll me 2D4.
Ooh, 2D4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
5.
Okay. That's unfortunate. So, each of you in your cold weather gear, knowing how dangerous blizzards can be, take the goggles from your pack and attach them to your face. Unless you're already wearing a helmet that covers your eyes. This being my warning to you, should a blizzard ever occur again, make sure you have your goggles.
Is that part of the winter gear?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, however, your visibility is now reduced to 30 feet. I need you to make me a survival check, Bretlin, being the navigator,
Okay.
as we continue into our second hour of travel.
Unfortunately,
Can I give him the help action?
Can I give him guidance?
Are you well, guidance, yes, and help action, are you proficient in survival?
Yes.
Then yes.
Okay.
Roll with advantage, sir.
All right. Okay. And then with guidance, that would be, 25.
Very nice. Throughout all the swirling and howling snow, it's hard to stay on course because the normal treads that run through the road from the sleds and the various passerbys are being completely dumped over by snow, but through sheer grit and determination, you make it through. To your third hour, that is. I need another survival check with advantage.
Someone. Are you wearing sunglasses as goggles?
They're my goggles.
I love them. I love them. I love that. That is
But they're hearts.
peak role playing.
I mean, I have.
They're heart goggles. This is exactly what Evander would wear. Heart goggles? You kidding me? Yeah.
I wish I had goggles like right next to me, because I do have them somewhere in this house. All right, it's fine. All right, just
Now
opportunity.
you're making me wonder.
All right, with advantage.
You know what? I'm the Blizzard. I don't need goggles.
Yes, you are.
That's a good point. Oh, natural 20, baby, for a 25.
Good job. Proud of
Hey.
you.
All right. Make it through again on your next hour. The temperature is dropping massively. If not for your cold weather gear, you would surely be frozen. It's now getting about 45 below in Celsius or 49 in Fahrenheit for those of you that like freedom units.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I wouldn't have understood the Fahrenheit.
Cold.
They're very close when you get that low.
Very inclusive, what's it called? Degrees. Cold,
Very
whatever.
inclusive of
You-
culture. Yeah,
you know
I
what
am
I'm
included by
talking
Chris
about.
Cornell. I appreciate that. Going into hour 4, Mr. Loyalfoot. I need another survival check.
Yeah, well, in just a moment. I'm updating our music for Blizzard. Gotta get the ambiance.
I gotta put my music on. You just reminded me. Thank you. Who just left? What the heck? You know what I look like, actually? Like a fighter pilot. Like a pilot. Like, I look like a pilot. That's what it is. Not a fighter pilot. I look like a pilot. With my earphone and my...
All right,
I think-
survival. That could
With
have been better.
advantage.
Yeah, it was.
With advantage?
Yep, both 7s.
Oh, good.
12 total.
On hour 4, it becomes quite clear to you that you've made a wrong turn at Albuquerque and you've ended up heading up a slope. So between hour 4 and hour 5, you're going to spend the hour backtracking back to the road as you try once more to follow the tracks in which you left.
Nope, we're off course. Jeez Louise.
Yes, would anyone like to expand upon this blunder before I continue the rolls?
They want to yell at Bretlin.
For fuck's sakes, I told you we should go left.
Well, it's kind of
Yeah,
hard
you should always listen to Kara.
Well, I mean, Tara, if you want to be the one in charge in front, you're more than happy to take the lead, soldier.
Fine. Since you're doing such a bad job of it.
Interesting way to critique the first part of this journey, but fine. I'll bring up the rear. Here, have
So
some.
then.
Here, have some. Here, I made some bacon treats for 3 people.
I'll take one.
Aaron's totally taking one.
Say snack bacon. Oh man,
Yeah,
Bacon
bacon.
snacks.
love snack bacon.
Snack bacon.
3 people can get that for 3
Beef
temporary
jerky?
points.
Yeah, I'll
No,
take
no,
one.
no, no.
No, stack
I'll explain snack bacon later.
Okay, good.
Hour 5 now. As we've got back on the road. Kara, if you wouldn't mind, I need a survival check.
I will assist.
With advantage then.
That's an
And guidance.
18. And I don't know what my modifier is because my page is loading again.
Okay, well, I will tell you at least 18 works. So, you've made tangible progress this time. As you finally reach the bend of the 4-way section, you could go north to Caird Naval, east to East Haven, or south to Goodmead. Goodmead, of course, where you'd like to go, but now's your chance.
Good mead. Good mead.
Good meat.
To Goodmead we go. Before you roll your next survival check,
Mhm.
I want to confirm, did we tie ourselves together?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Oh, no! No!
Then, Kara, roll me a 12, please.
A fly off a mountain.
Uh-oh.
Whew.
That's an 8.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty solid in the middle.
Since we got turned around an hour, you are 1 hour outside of Goodmead. We are on hour 6. Please, a survival check.
Assist.
Please.
I'll give you the help action.
Oh no.
Don't say oh no.
That's a 6, so an 11 total.
With advantage?
Did you use
With
help?
yeah, that was with a 6. That was a 6 and a 3.
What are you doing
Use
up there?
guidance.
Confidently strolling up what you believe to be the trail, you have in fact once again accidentally turned north up a nearby hillside. You have unfortunately once again become lost. If not for the rope tying each of you together, you could have possibly lost your friends as well.
Ah.
However,
See, at least I thought about that.
on your way
At least
back down the
together.
mountainside, I require another 12 roll.
Uh-oh. Bretland
That's
says...
a 1.
Nice. Before
was
too
it?
long, having endured the icy blasting winds of Icewind Dale for the better part of what will be 7 hours, you are tired, exhausted, but just as the blizzard begins to clear, because it was going to last 5 hours, according to the 2d4 roll, and the howling wind finally leaves your ears ringing similar to a tinnitus-y gunshot, the oil lamps of Goodmead, just in the distance. Goodmead, for those of you in the know, is a semi-friendly town. It's comfortable, but there's not much in the way of services. Really only has one place to stay and to drink, what they call Mead Hall. It's not a very creative name. However, they do specialize in honey wine. Once upon a time, they were well-known beekeepers. However, with 2 years of never-ending winter, unfortunately, most of the bees have since kind of lost their lives. So powerful and evil is Ariel that not only is she killing the people, but she's killing the bees too.
How dare she?
Not
That's
not
a
bees.
horrible offense.
Fucking monster.
Indeed. Pour one out for the bees, folks. So, arriving in town and being pointed to the Mead Hall, there is also a sign that shows the Shrine of the Flaming Sword, a shrine to Tempest, god of war. Where would you like to go?
I think I'd be pretty tired and want to head straight to like the tavern or the inn or whatever.
Yeah,
With
Vander too.
Immediate meeting.
Good.
Yeah.
Reckon.
Vander's gonna
Evil.
go to the shrine. I did say Aaron, right?
No.
I
Nope,
think
you
so.
said
You said
Evander.
Evander.
I always knew Vander. I don't know why Vander was in my mind. Yeah,
Mark-
Aaron's gonna
Mark
go to the
it
shrine.
counts.
Thanks.
I'm just
Counts.
so. I'm not
I'm telling you
dead.
what you're doing now. Sorry.
I said I was going to. No, I'm going to the inn with
Okay.
Maisie and whoever else.
Then your accommodations for the night, 1 gold apiece. Actually, I'm sorry. This is a very... nope, that was Dugan's Hole. This is a generally comfortable, so yes, 1 gold apiece. The ramshackle comfort places don't charge you as much. Now, however, you will be having to share rooms 2 apiece.
We have to share rooms.
Yep.
Yep. So Aaron and Amos get their own room.
That's fucked up. No, you don't.
Bretland's gonna be like, well, I am, don't quite have a gourd. Would anyone like me to perhaps cook them dinner and let me sleep in the bed?
I can chat you, don't worry.
Oh, thank you, Mace. Very, very nice of you.
Does anyone else need me to pay for
can
their
I
room?
stay with Amos and Aaron?
Are you asking me or Aaron?
Aaron's gonna actually camp out outside.
Oh,
You are not gonna make Amos sleep outside with you, are you?
No. Amos can sleep in the room.
Perfect. Okay, now Amos and I get our own room.
All right.
I think that's how that works.
I would hope to God these rooms have 2 beds.
yes.
Yeah,
Good.
he needs one and I need one.
That's a different trope.
Alright, we need to
Okay.
determine
Aaron.
roles who Big Spoon and Little Spoon is.
Oh, I cannot hear you. You are.
Maisie will say that if Aaron needs his own room, she's quite happy just me to take by the downstairs and whatever seating area the place has for the night, because
No.
she just needs 4 hours of meditation. It's not a big deal.
Aaron will show Maisie the fuzzy ring that I acquired last session and say, I don't get cold anymore.
You're very soft.
Really?
Yeah. Are you sure?
I was yeah.
Are you sure you're connected to the right mic? I'll bet you 5 shekels you are connected to your webcam.
Oh, this is what we came here for.
Quality content.
Pettiness. Redheaded pettiness.
But it's
Hello?
the fun kind of petty.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better.
there. Was it the wrong mic?
I won't deny, but I also won't confirm.
5 shekels.
Oh, come on.
5 shekels.
So, yeah,
I don't
Aaron's
know
gonna
what shekels
be.
are.
It's,
Currency.
it's a currency. Aaron's gonna say, ever since I got this fuzzy-looking ring, I don't really get cold anymore. And Aaron will show Maisie
mean-
the ring.
I mean, it's still, there are other reasons why it's preferable not to sleep outside than just the cold. There's other dangers too.
Well, I've been doing it for a while. I'm comfortable out here.
If you say so.
Okay. So everyone except Aaron, sleeping outside, yeah? Or, you know what I mean.
Everyone,
Aaron's
yes.
sleeping outside. Everyone else
Yeah.
is inside. Got it. Cool. So, do you wish to expand upon your good meat adventures? Or do we move on to the night, get your rest in, and take your next leg of travel? The choice is yours.
Probably just sleep and then travel the next day, right?
You do have an additional 4 hours of travel ahead of you.
I think
We should definitely restock on supplies if we need anything.
Do we need anything?
Luckily, so just mechanically, for me to touch on this, your 1 gold, which under your character sheets they call lifestyle cost. Now, in a normal city, something like Bryn Shander, something like East Haven, Waterdeep, Neverwinter, your lifestyle cost, if I don't specifically tell you what something costs at a particular establishment, you can assume that 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 copper, whatever you select as your lifestyle, is going to give you your room, your food for that night. So you guys
Right.
are having your meals in this place already, that's assumed. The only time you're going to need to bring food and water with you is when you're going out for an extended period of time and you're not coming back to a place of civilization.
And we do have plenty of
Right.
rations, I think.
Indeed.
Yeah, we have lots.
Okay, so and it's going to be a 4-hour trip. Okay, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it matters, but once Maisie's finished her 4 hours of meditation, she's gonna try and go outside and stand watch for Aaron, because she's worried about someone trying to attack him in his sleep outside. Even though she knows he's got Amos, I'm pretty sure Amos is with the cat.
Yeah, and in that regard, Katina, while you're in your room, possibly snuggling with the metal cat, he keeps making his way to the window and putting his paws up on the window and fogging the glass up with his motor breath as he's looking out to just double check on Aaron. which is probably the scene that you see when you go outside to look. You can just hear the boom boom on the glass of the large metal cat looking for his friend.
Yeah. But I mean, this time she's respectful of his privacy and all of that. She just wants to keep watch for the last 4 hours of arrest.
And
Aw.
what kind of shrine is in town?
It is a shrine to a god of war. Let's read his name once more.
Kratos.
Tempest.
Okay. I mean, if there was time before the evening kind of slowed down, I think Bretland would mosey on over and flip a copper into one of the bowls, I guess, for offerings, and have a few thoughts of former colleagues that he fought with in times of battle. Probably spend about 15 minutes there, and then make his way back.
All right.
Are there like closets or bathrooms in each room?
Shared bathrooms that are in the hall. Closets, yes, but small. Talking cruise ship closet.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. Who am I sharing a room with?
Bretland, probably.
I feel like it would be Kara and Maisie, and then, yeah.
Kara, Maisie, Katina, and Amos, and Bretland, and Evander.
Okay.
Brett would let Evander pick the bed that he wanted.
He'll take the window bed.
The what?
The window bed.
Of course.
The window bed's the best one. While Bretland is out doing statue stuff, he'd be in the room alone, and it would be locked when you, if that's a possibility, it'd be locked when you get back, so he'd have to unlock it, but he would unlock it for you.
I would knock first before he would knock first before coming in, just in case you were.
A quick knock and then a clunk clunk, and you're back inside.
Yeah.
Just in case you had
All right.
romantic encounter while he was gone, Never know.
That is true. It's exactly what happened.
Well, just so you know, I don't.
No, it's not.
I don't snore at night, so.
You sleep peacefully. Indeed, as night falls, and once again, the song of O'Reel, followed by the aurora, casts yet another snowy, cloudy night over Icewind Dale. You awaken in the morning, refreshed, prepared, and possibly digging yourself out a bit of snow.
Okay, I'm curious about something. Does the ring melt snow that touches me? Or do I just not feel the effects of it?
I would say that you wouldn't feel the effects of it, although I do like the idea that you're just going to be perpetually soggy.
Gonna get some crotch.
Ugh. Yeah.
Oh. Crotch?
I was just gonna say, you mean crotch rot?
That's such a man.
Dude,
Yeah.
that broke my brain for a second. I was
Me
like,
too,
yeah,
I was trying to
crotch.
figure it out.
Wait.
Fun fact: when I was in elementary school, I had several years of speech therapy for just that thing.
Oh goodness.
I often
Yes.
switch some letters around and not even notice.
I do that too.
Yeah,
You're
me
good.
too.
It's
I make up words that aren't words.
it's funny when it happens, but
That's personally my preferred version of that word.
Yeah, me too. It makes sense.
Well, you're welcome.
Crotch.
You're welcome, Longshot fans.
Okay. So, with a 4-hour journey ahead of you to Dugan's Hole, past that, you're not sure what you're going to find or exactly where it is you think you're going. But somewhere inside, you feel like you may be on the right path. So, for our first hour of travel, everyone roll me a 12.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
You know, when we get to Dugan's Hole, we should maybe spend the rest of the day asking around for directions and the best
7.
path
11.
south.
7-Eleven.
3.
7-Eleven.
I'm
10.
down with that.
8.
Good. Nobody hit the number we were looking for. Good stuff. So, one more hour down the track.
Making my way down the track to do.
Things are quite visible today. In this particular portion, off to the southeast, you can see another body of water, mostly frozen over. Most of you would know this as the Red Waters, which is a site where once upon a time the towns of Dugan's Hole and Goodmead would duke it out, sometimes running the lake red with the blood of the fallen, thereby giving it the name, the Red Waters. Normally, the Red Waters head out through a river known as the Red Run that goes west, meeting up with the Hangar, until all the way meeting back out at the Sea of Ghosts. That's Skyrim. Sea of Moving Ice. Hour 2. Uneventful but beautiful. This time, however, to the south, a huge mountain range. I'm talking the visuals from, what was it, Two Towers or Return of the King, when they're lighting up all of the torches along the mountainsides, the signal fires.
Yeah, the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, it's like the Rocky Mountains.
John Denver? We're gonna fight John Denver?
You might. Play your cards right. Although you know my rule about celebrities typically, so you might just be up against Matthew Perry. Rip.
Oh.
Moving into hour 3, however, our navigator this time was Kara still.
Yeah, she can do it.
12,
Are you
please.
guys a 12?
Yep, that's what I do for encounters. It's not a blizzard.
10.
I don't need you to navigate. Okay, excellent. And finally, on our last hour,
Oh, thanks a lot.
descending ever so slightly down a hill. The town of Dugan's Hole, just in the distance. Again, not exactly sure what you may find. Those of you that may have gone this far, you know that Dugan's Hole is quite a small settlement. Though it does have an interesting little location. A sort of quasi-crop circle Stonehenge known as the 20 Stones of Thrune. It's a ring of megaliths standing just outside the southern edge of town. 19 crudely fashioned granite columns arranged in a rough triangle with a single stone at its center. No one knows exactly who built it or why, but the townsfolk maintain that they were there when the original town founder, a man named Dugan Dubrace, first happened upon this fishing spot. People are unsure of the origin of its name, but they've all found allusions to a creature supposedly called Thrune. Some speculate that Thrune was a god, while others believe an elemental spirit bound by ancient druidic magic.
Are we staying here the night?
I mean, we only got about 4 hours of daylight left. I think we would be best suited to maybe ask around and find out if there's any preferred path south that's not on any maps.
What does your map say? And where exactly on your map are we going?
I'm miming. We're
The
here.
closest point on your map, let's flick back real quick, would be once again the Arakocra point. And if I am to do some measurements here, it's going to be about 5 miles.
That's not over a path. That's cross country.
Yes, that will be roughing it. Some of it will be icy waters of the Red Waters and Red Run.
Alexa, stop. No one's asking about crosses. There are several Christian crosses. Like, no.
I was not ready.
Say cross country, Alexa.
No, the red waters. You said that the temperature was getting down to like -40, give or take. Is that is the red waters completely frozen over? Could we just walk over it? Most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We could definitely.
And we're heading to we're heading to the Aarakocra point on the map, correct?
Indeed.
The Aarakocra or the Aarakocra Spelljammer?
The vanilla Aarakocra.
Okay.
And how long do we
know,
reckon it might take us over rough land to get that far from Dugan's Hole?
You would probably travel about a half mile per hour.
So take us 10.
You will be camping along the way.
So it's probably best if we just spend the night, find a place to spend the night here, where it's safe and fairly warm, and then find a good camping spot. I mean, as close to the mountain as we can. It's pretty open there, and we don't want to be next to the waters.
I would agree with that assessment. I mean, I think tomorrow we should start off along the lake shore, because that'll be fairly flat ground that's frozen. Once we get to the southern shore of the Red Waters, then we can just get on land and get as far as we can until we can find a spot to camp down for the evening.
I mean, it looks like there's some hills over here. Perhaps we head in that direction.
I agree.
And that way we can get some cover from the wind.
I agree. If we can get to the base of that mountain there, we may be easier to find a place, even some minor woodlands to cover us.
That's a long day, though. I mean, we're gonna have to get up early, and we may be exhausted by the time we find a camping spot.
We need to make sure that we also have proper equipment and supplies for a camp, too.
I mean,
yeah,
that we should have done probably in Bryn Shander.
Well, we're here now, so I'm sure we can find some things.
I've got my bedroll, a blanket. I've got my trap, and I should have a tent. Yes, I have a tent, but I don't know what you guys have for camping.
Just a bedroll.
All right. So, taking your quick walk through town, as there isn't much, you can't help but notice there's no particular place for lodging. Seems Dugan's Hole doesn't get many visitors.
Perhaps we head to the speaker's house, and maybe he can put us up.
I agree.
There is one sign. It says, "Rooms available. Inquire inside." The home itself, unassuming, nice little cottage. Log cabin, but A-frame. It's just on the northwestern edge of town.
You want to switch back to the Dugan's Hole map?
Indeed.
Which one of us is most charming?
certainly not you, Chardalyn.
I could not agree more and have the same assessment of you as well.
I think I'm pretty charming.
Please, I think we have a clear answer here.
Maybe you two.
Perhaps Maisie managed to get us free room and board in Bryn Shander.
I think you both could, work together and sort it out.
Sounds good. Maisie, shall we?
Yes.
She fully ignores Evander.
Evander.
he's literally in the corner, and he's like.
Bradley's gonna put a hand on Evander's shoulder and kind of give a.
Evander's kind of like. He just shrugs and he's like, the nerve, and then he's kind of like itching himself a little bit.
I agree. You're very charming. Make sure she doesn't mess it up.
So, making your way to the door of the cabin, you can see a sort of recessed slit about at eye level. That's maybe about 3 inches to 4 inches tall. Do you knock, or are you just screaming, or?
Just knock politely.
I was gonna say Kara will bang on the door.
Oh my fucking god.
Kara, gentle.
Gentle.
Yeah,
And then
very charming. Very charming.
And she'll back up for Maisie. She will just kind of stand in front of Evander.
Don't do that. I don't do that. He has his arms crossed. He's looking at you. He's like judging you. He's like,
her back is completely to you.
He's still judging you.
Hear some loud footsteps, just clud, 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 and then finally the slot open, where just the top half of somebody's head, and you can kind of see that the person is like bald and scarred. Answers, "What do you want?"
Oh, hello, good person. My companions and I are simply looking for some rooms for the night, and your sign here seems to indicate there is some availability.
What sign?
The sign outside your door says rooms available. Inquire within.
You have to move the paper.
Sorry?
We can't hear you.
I would write that. Probably them damn kids.
Well, do you know a place that may take us in, perhaps for a bit of coin, or?
Oh, you got coin?
Not a lot, but hopefully enough to cover the night.
What kind?
We've got a few silver, but mostly copper. Does that matter?
Oh, no, don't want that there copper. Now that's silver. I like silver.
I can cook for you.
What you cook, boy?
Whatever you want. I'm very talented.
As long as you have the ingredients, of course.
Yes, I would need ingredients, but...
Do we still have that goose?
I don't think you ever
I'm
cooked
assuming
it.
we ate it.
We have goose.
I think we still have that.
We have goose.
I love goose.
How about a goose for evening, a warm sleeping arrangements?
I can give you sleeping arrangements, but I can't give you warm.
Oh. Well.
That I'm sure we can figure out how to keep each other warm.
Just snuggle.
No, you gotta get the door. And you hear a series of locks and chains, and more locks and more chains, just like clink, 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 before the door finally creaks open. And
I'm pretty sure this guy's gonna kill us in our sleep.
you can see that the gentleman was standing on a step stool, where just picture a sort of semi-scarred Vin Diesel gnome. Like muscular, we're talking tank top, just like completely bulging out. He's like got the step ladder on one shoulder, and he goes, "Come on in, and don't mind the blankets, keep the cold out." Literally every surface of the walls, the windows, every available surface has tapestries and blankets just draped across it all, hastily nailed to the frame.
Of course, thank you for letting us stay in your home, good sir.
Is very creative insulation there.
I used on a road making business.
Really?
That was before the war.
Check the stream. I googled Vin Diesel gnome, and this is the first picture that came up.
Oh my god, yes.
I hate it.
It's perfect. Look at that.
Oh, the internet.
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way to misery and happiness. Oh
That's
my
good.
god.
Y'all can sleep down here in the living room. Kitchen's in the background, the corner past the bathroom.
Okay, I will get started right away on a delivery.
Bathroom's kind of a generous term. I gotta kind of take the bucket outside and dump it every so often. So if anybody's gotta go, I still got a little bit more room in it.
Oh boy, that is a visual. Okay, I'll just start cooking for you there, sir. Hang on.
I'll let you wash your hands, but, well, pipes is frozen.
It'll be fine.
So while he's cooking, anyone who still is in the living room has this gentleman who's identified himself as Vinny just sits uncomfortably close. Not menacingly, but just like you think he doesn't have any idea of personal space.
Maisie will sit right next to him and fling an arm around his shoulder like, hey, my friend, so, tell us the news of this place. What's up with, this whole town, and she just welcomes the lack of personal space.
Well, a couple nights ago, I think I saw a damn spirit crossing over the waters. I tried to tell the speaker about it. He says, Vinny, you're crazy. And that may be true, but I sees what I sees. And I knows what I knows.
Spirit! Can you describe the spirit to us in more detail?
It was gleaming, shimmering. Seemed like it was skating over the frozen ice on some sort of... Well, I don't quite know, but they was going pretty fast. Like a blur, but not too fast for old Vinny. Oh, no, sir.
Of course not. And what direction was they going in?
It was heading about southways back towards the spine.
Interesting. And did it come from north of the town, or do you think it originated from here?
Looked like it was crossing the red waters. So, possibly east, northeast, perhaps.
Interesting. And,
While you guys are talking, Aaron's going to be inspecting the house for traps.
Okay, but I have a leading question to that, which is how are we inspecting for traps? Are we like taking a
Aaron's
broom handle or something and like tapping things?
So Aaron's going to be kneeling down and kind of like kneeling around the house, looking at waist level for like any like holes that he might open up to like shoot a dart through or something like crazy. If we're going to stay here, Aaron wants to make sure that this place is legit.
Make perception check for me as you go about your looking.
Can I help with that?
Are you going with them?
Yeah, I'll help. That sounds like something that
And are we
Is that a
proficient?
help action?
Yes.
Perfect.
It's a help action.
Well,
I'm proficient.
It's a good thing.
Good.
'Cause- All right, 18.
okay. About halfway between the kitchen, near the commode, I will say in quotes, you notice a sort of suspicious-looking seam between two panels of a wall that seem like they could like rotate and swing.
I will attempt to disarm it or activate it. I don't know what would be appropriate.
So then you kind of press the right part of the panel to finally get it to unlatch and swing open. And instead of it being a trap, what you notice is an assortment of tools, vials of a clear liquid, probably water, and about 4 to 6, we'll settle on 5, sharpened stakes.
The vampire hunter.
Huh.
Vampire?
Vials, yeah, the vials of liquid. Aaron would pick one up, and I'd like to investigate, or medicine, whatever would be appropriate.
You know what? Let's go with medicine.
18.
Based on the properties of how it flows, it's most certainly normal water in there. Being next to the stakes, you could assume it's holy water.
I'd like to. Is the water? Does it have a lid on it? Is it capped?
Yes. Yeah, it's got a little cork stopper.
Aaron's gonna pocket one.
Wow.
All right. In the meantime, Vinny has regaled you with his tale of the shimmering spirit he saw flying across the red waters, and blames it on either those damn kids, and he then gets to his next harebrained theory. It's probably them crackpot silver wizards down there.
Silver wizards.
Yeah, some kind of weird, freaky cult.
Where are they?
Just about southwest, maybe about 5 miles, so yeah, can't get too close now, they get a little ornery.
Interesting. And why do you call them silver wizards? Are they just because they're a silver blur, or?
They all wear the same kooky cult outfit. It's all gleaming silver. Faces are all
Metal?
covered. I assume.
I point at Aaron like that?
Kind of squints. Yeah, something like that. But does he ever take that thing off?
Nope.
Aaron will kind of like freeze. I'm assuming mid like pocketing the holy water, and just kind of turn around. No.
His eyes narrow, his brow furrows, and he flexes just a little bit of each bicep. Just like them cult types. They never take theirs off either.
He's not got any friends, so he's certainly not in a cult.
Aaron is going to give you the dirtiest look you've ever gotten in your entire existence, boy.
Look at for us, we're his friends.
I'd like to do a dirty look check, please.
I mean, I feel like with
Kara will take note of this.
with a mask on, that'd be at disadvantage.
Oh no, I feel like it would be at advantage because the only thing that matters is your
yeah.
eyes, and that's all you can see.
As long as you guys don't get all culty up in here, I guess I'll be alright.
Define culty.
Gather
Is there any
around
other
in
cults around, or is it just
chanting. I know there's a vampire somewhere. I'ma find him.
How do you know that?
Vander is terrified.
The everlasting winter. It's perfect. Those night walkers can't see the light of day. Who else could go through here and do such a spell?
I mean, that makes sense in terms of motives, but vampires don't tend to have great innate magical powers, I imagine. They're just more about the physical, being able to jump in people and stuff. Aren't they?
Oh, no, ma'am. The most powerful of the vampires. They're quite arcane. You see, since they are immortal, they could very well study all forms of magic.
Good point. Do you think vampires have anything to do with the 20 Stones of Thrun?
It is highly possible it could have been used in some sort of ancient site. Perhaps even the Illithids had come down and taught the early settlers of the whole how to build such a thing.
It's Vin Diesel or Alex Jones.
He looks like Vin Diesel. He acts like Alex Jones and believes in ancient aliens.
I got the Operation Mockingjay right here. It's all in the file, sir. You got just buy my bone broth.
Just wait. Just wait. The references keep going.
Oh boy.
I think Maze.
I was gonna say, Bretland's hearing none of this. He's just cooking and humming to himself, making a goose little. It'll be delicious, but he's just clankety clang, bubbling. I got a recipe that I will tell you later that he cooked.
I think Maisie's going to try and start inciting him to want to take out the 20 stones of Thrun. She thinks it would be funny if he went around trying to like get people to shove over the stones.
Those things are quite cursed. Don't go near them.
Wouldn't it be better for the town if they were gone then?
I'd tell you it would be better for the town if we'd get rid of them damn kids.
Oh my god.
But then there wouldn't be a town in a few years. Give it a decade or two and
pauses
no one left.
for a moment. Opens up a side drawer, and Katina, you notice a package of sorts that looks very similar to the ones that your dad manufactures and mass distributes. They have the same logo imprinted on them, and he kind of just like roughly takes one of his hunting knives, kind of like stabs it in, and then just rests it up to his nose, and he looks over at you, Maisie, and goes, that makes a lot of sense. Takes a brief inhale and then goes, I guess them kids ain't so damn bad. They just need to learn some manners.
What matters is the way you raise them. If there are issues with the kids, it's not actually the kids' fault, it's the parents' fault.
Indeed.
So if the kids are acting out, you gotta talk to the parents. That's what you'd have the issue with.
So, I never asked all your names.
I'm Maisie.
Nice to meet you. You there, brute woman. What's your name?
Brute woman.
I don't think I'm ready to give it to you yet.
Have a couple of whiskeys and you might.
Perhaps.
Fancy pants. Pointing over to Vander. How about you?
Vander Evermore at your service. Don't you think maybe vampires are a little misunderstood?
Misunderstood. They're not dragons. Mr. Evermore.
So, dragons are...
monsters.
Well, I mean... are they?
Yes. Unequivocally. Undead, immortal, blood-sucking parasites.
Do you think perhaps a few vampires have done some very extremely bad things, but the majority of them don't tend to get noticed because they live such normal lives?
Exactly.
I had a nickel, which doesn't exist. But if I had a copper for every time somebody said they trusted a vampire, boy, I'd be a rich man.
So if a lot of people trust them, why don't you?
Because I'm too smart for their ploys.
Are you... Well...
Inside check.
Are you smart, or...
He 100% believes what he's saying.
Oh, of course he did.
But do I believe
No
he's
doubt.
smart?
I
That's the
mean,
question.
do you? Do you believe it?
I don't know. That 15's making me think otherwise.
So, he's going to say vampires have invaded all levels of government, both local and high.
I think you're mistaken.
Is the speaker a vampire? Of your town?
Almost certainly. Almost anyone involved in politics is a vampire, blood-sucking parasite.
I mean,
So,
I don't
if anyone
think
involved in
that's-
politics
that's
is a vampire, then how can you have politics
I
without
fully
vampires?
agree with that.
Well, you see,
Because if you become a vampire when you're a politician, then even if you disbanded it all and started it again, then there'd be more vampires because you'd still think that they're vampires because they're politicians.
we all need to run ourselves into some, I should say, social contract. We're all going to be, married for a day type stuff, and we'll watch each other's backs and make sure we don't turn into vampires.
Wait, so do you believe that the way you turn into a vampire is by becoming a politician?
That's not... I mean, yes. Isn't that how vampires are made?
No, absolutely not.
You know
Where'd
what?
you
If
get
I
your
want to become immortal,
information?
I'll run for mayor. Or speaker.
So then where do vampires come from?
They're made.
By who?
Other vampires?
Obviously,
So where-
politicians and Aaron's
No!
I mean, I agree the politicians are evil.
He's messing with you. Yes.
Aaron's gonna look over. What's this guy's name?
Vinny.
I'm gonna lean into to like whisper into Vinny's ear. They're clearly not as intelligent as you are. They just don't understand.
God.
He kind of like pats your chest playfully, and he's like,
Right you are, friend. Right you are. You know, you're right. You ain't one of them cult types. You got a brain on your shoulders. You recognize intelligence when you see it.
I do, indeed.
Now, friends,
Oh my god.
while you're here, and please enjoy the home. I don't mean to talk your ear off. If you're in need of entertainment, I have a whole 3-book series talking about this very subject that I would very much like some feedback on. So if you have the time, feel free. I can also sign them for you if you wish. Ah, perfect.
he brings this large wooden tote of multiple copies of his book that, unlike the rest of the house, which is dusty and disheveled, these are pristine. And he presents them to you.
There you are.
Mason takes a copy too.
40 more minutes.
You know, that goose does smell delicious in there, bunny boy.
Wow.
As Maisie starts to read it immediately and pulls out a quill and starts like making annotations and like basically she's using red ink to like mark any mistakes or like write anything down that she thought she has as she reads the book.
Say, you wouldn't want to be my new editor, would you? I've got a great idea for a 4th installment.
God.
I think this is genius. This could sell very well.
Why are you
We thought about bringing it up to one of the big towns and to sell it up there.
Well, you know, I
With
did
these
write this
small-minded
over the
people.
2 years of winter while we were all trapped inside. You know, this blizzard's
shows.
got a feeling like one big pandemic.
Yes, but once you can get it out there and educate the people, this is starting to make so much sense. I agree with you and Aaron that this is 100% true and
Evander's like, what the fuck?
does not at all read like a very good fantasy novel. It reads like a very true, not educational book.
Exactly. It's like I always said. You gotta wake up, sheeple.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'd like to make an investment in this book. If I give you some money to make more copies and sell it in the town, will I get a return of my investment?
You might.
Share.
But I've also got another idea. So in order to stop people from becoming vampires, you know, you can't consume the government-given food and water. No, you gotta gather your own. You gotta have some supplements for your lifestyle. Vitamins, minerals, things to keep you going, but untouched.
Oh my
By
god.
the greedy banks and terrible vampiric politicians.
So he goes
Here we go.
and opens up the steak cabinet, and he grabs one of the vials and he brings it over and shows Maisie, and it's like,
This right here is 100% spring water that I gathered. Unfortunately, about 2 years ago when I could actually gather spring water and it wasn't frozen. This was blessed by a cleric of the highest order, not connected to any one particular central government. This
Amazing.
is the future.
Oh my god.
If we could just spread the word about these, distribute them across.
also, Evander, make a history check.
Okay, sorry. 15.
You recognize the label on this. Back in the town of Bremen, you were given a starter supply of some pyramid scheme type supplements.
These are Vinny's supplements.
Oh my god, this is what I got drugged with. Right? Not that. Maybe different. The other thing?
The other thing. Yeah.
Okay. So Evander will call this out.
And say,
So that they're like placebo, like not
lies and slander by the liberal vampire government.
No.
If vampires become vampires by being politicians, then isn't that a state of mind and thought? And the placebo effect is also something that solely affects your mind, and therefore that is the only way that this could work to rid your mind of the vampiric effect is by being a placebo and affecting the mind, not the body.
This was not the vile decision I thought we would have to make tonight, but here we are.
Yeah.
No.
Could you describe vampires and their abilities, please?
Beady little red eyes, cold, dead hearts, the hunger for human flesh, power, and conquest. Awake at all hours of the day, sleeping in wooden boxes, feasting on children.
Where did you get this information?
I have my sources.
Which are?
You ever heard of Volo?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You know, Volo just released Volo just released a new book and he was plagiarizing someone else, so perhaps you shouldn't trust
That's my
everything he
point.
says.
He's a vampire.
Oh,
you
I see, I agree with that.
Trust your vampiric information from a so-called vampire.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
I think you're full of it.
Full of wisdom.
Or shit.
Well, that too. Speaking of which, the bucket is actually quite full. I will go relieve of that. You folks find yourself a nice spot to cozy up.
Oh god.
As soon as he's gone, Maisie turns to Evander and is like, "Are you a vampire?"
No, I'm not a vampire.
Okay. Just like eyes him suspiciously, like, "I think you're a vampire."
I'm not a vampire.
Almost ready.
I mean, I don't believe any of that shit he was saying. I was just egging him on. So if you're a vampire,
Yes,
you have my
but
full
you're
support.
enabling him. It's funny, actually. No, usually I'm for the drama, but he is something else. I mean, luckily he's stuck in this little town. But no, I'm not a vampire.
Okay, and then she winks, like, very obviously at Evander. You're not a
like,
vampire.
I'm not a vampire.
He opens up the door, stands on the stoop, and just chucks this bucket out into the ice.
Ew.
And
disgusting.
Buck,
I went to the bathroom and forgot to take a shit.
as I was, as Aaron was reading the book, is this book finished?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
as finished as he believes it to be.
On the first page, you know how most books have like a blank page.
Yes.
I'd like to use my magical tinkering to imbue a static visual effect of 25 words of text in bloody letters to read what I just sent you, and then close it and give it back to him and say, "That was really astounding."
Wow, you read it that fast.
Not all of it. I you know, I figured if I went through the whole thing, I would be so drawn in. But there's something about the book that really spoke to me. Has the book ever spoken to you before?
No, but it has smelled me.
God damn it!
Bradley's completely oblivious to all of this. He's just having a Gordon Ramsay just cooking in the back. Sure, they're fine.
Yeah, you weren't ready for that one, were you?
So Aaron will just...
That was really funny.
Aaron will just be a little at loss of words and say, well, maybe it'll speak to you, too. And then pat him on the hand and kind of turn away and go rejoin the group.
It'd be around this time that dinner would probably be finishing up. And
he mentions that he also has a particular brand of survival foods that should last you many years inside a bunker and or castle under siege.
Makes sense.
But he says that your goose tastes absolutely better than what he could have achieved. Maybe might want to look into a partnership later. Is anyone doing anything else for the night?
Well, can I tell you what he cooked?
Yes.
Yes, this is he cooked. He knew a knight in the Emo Empire, Sir Ramsay, and he had a very special Christmas goose. So you'll find like hints of lemon and lime, spice powder, some thyme and honey, all roasted very nicely, brown, cut very nicely, very very moist goose. So it is. I guess I wrote a performance to see how well this actually did turn out in terms of presentation. It's not too bad, It's not, it doesn't have all supplies to look like a Christmas dinner, but a pretty good goose.
The bar, yeah, that's pretty good. It's looking good. I mean, especially since you did it in a environment that you are not usually used to. This is fantastic.
Yeah. There you are.
Coupé à la Breslin.
Hope you enjoy it.
He's tearing into it with the ferocity of an animal, but really enjoying it.
He saves like 3 little wings and has them especially honeyed and crisp for tomorrow's temp HP snack.
The goose with 3 wings.
I wasn't even going to question it, but yes.
Yes. It's a weird thing.
Those Dale geese and their 3 wings.
Yeah.
And their 3
They
wings.
fly in circles.
All right. So then let's take our first break. Tomorrow, we wake up. We head back out.
Okay.
We'll be back.
We'll be right back. Hello there, it's me, Colt Sebastian Taylor, your handsome swashbuckler rogue here on the Longshots D&D. This part of the session, we are currently on break. You're probably asking yourself, Colt, what happens during the break? What's going on? Why did you go? Well, you know what, sometimes we eat snacks, bathroom breaks, and we can only sit for so long to stretch our muscles, but we do talk between the segments. So, if you didn't want to miss that, then my friends, go down below and join the Discord channel. The link is in below. Whether you're watching this on YouTube or listening to us via the podcast, join the Discord channel and you can chat with us throughout the week and listen to the behind-the-scenes conversations and other fantastic stuff. And, hey, listen, sometimes these breaks are 5 minutes long, sometimes they're 10, but this break is over right now. And we're back.
Hello. We're back.
Hello.
So most of us refreshed. The night was semi-uncomfortable, sleeping on various bits of furniture inside of Vinny's house. However, when you awake, door unlocked, still shut, no Vinny.
Did anyone tell Bretlin all of this Alex Jones-esque conspiracy theory later? If he's,
I imagine
if no one
Aaron
does,
would have
that's...
caught you up.
Oh, okay. All right, Bretlin goes,
After searching the house for traps, Aaron's a little on edge about this guy.
Anyone see our host this morning?
Aaron's going to immediately look for the books that that Vin Diesel brought out.
You easily find the crate of his stacks of his 3-book series, multiple copies of each.
Does anything look adjusted in this area?
Does it look adjusted?
Like it's been messed with, like after he put it away last night?
No. However, the copy that you made seems to have left with him or is elsewhere because it's not in the stack.
Oh. Aaron's going to smirk slightly. And immediately get a head count on everyone in the group. Is everyone alive?
Yep.
Unfortunately.
I'm dead.
Okay, cool.
All heads counted for.
Okay. Well, with that, Aaron is going to not say another word.
10-4. So then it is a 5-mile hike to your next destination, which you may not know exactly what it is, but it's where you're heading.
All right.
You have the map up?
It looks like it got stuck in a loading portion. Yeah, it's loading on my side too.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep refreshing it till it opens. There it goes. So yeah. For your travel, just everybody roll me a 12.
Okay.
And we'll take our time all the way up until
1.
you have to do your rest, which will be 8
3.
hours of travel.
I rolled
11.
Also
9.
11.
Okay. You make it all the way south, past where the Red Waters meet the Red Run River, and just on the other side of the river, nested into a hill, you find a decent enough place to make camp for the night.
Is
Any
it?
particular way you'd like to make said camp?
I mean, I think. Given, I think Bretland would have been. I don't want to use the word impressed, but note Kara's ability to go through the blizzard, and he would casually walk up next to her and look at her and say, "Do you have any hard thoughts on when we should make camp tonight?"
On when? Or how?
Location.
Location? Can I roll a survival check to see if I know?
If you know. The area you're in right now, flatlands,
It's good.
nestled in a foothill. So wherever you would like to go.
Probably as close to a hill to get some cover from the wind,
Done.
if possible. I'm thinking.
I think that's a good choice. Are there any clumps of trees or anything, or is this just all snow and Arctic mountainish?
Snow and Arctic mountainish. No trees here.
Okay. Well, if we could find a good spot that's sort of wedged between two outcrops, that'd probably be the best thing we could do.
Done. Easily within the hex you are.
Okay.
All right, then I guess we set up camp here.
Excellent.
You're making me think that there's more to this than there probably is, Buck.
No.
Okay, everybody zonking out for the night. Are you setting up watches? If you're setting up watches, just let me know.
Yeah, we should
Absolutely.
definitely have
Yeah.
watches.
Okay.
I like to do a walk with Aaron.
First watch go. Who is it?
Perhaps Maisie and I can do a watch,
Okay, you guys are first.
Sounds good.
and then you can get your 4 hours.
First watch goes without a hitch. Watch number 2.
Aaron actually is going to want to watch with Katina as well, so I can do a
Alright.
split.
Can we take the last watch?
Yes.
I'm cool with
Most
it.
certainly.
Well, I guess I'll watch with Evander then.
Vander and
Me
Bretland.
too. I can do a split.
That's fine. I'll talk to you later.
Your watch
Okay.
goes without a hitch as well. To Katina and Aaron's. You guys are up during the time that the particular entity flying on the large bird is going over the sky, bringing the clouds along together with the aurora. Stunning sight.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Katina's gonna ignore that and try and paint nails onto Amos.
Mm-hmm.
Tracks. Completely easy to do as well, if you'd like to see how well they're done performance. Otherwise, then they are painted.
We'll see how well this is done. Nat 1!
Very nice.
It's pretty blotchy. You have most certainly done better. You would probably blame it on the fact that he's made of metal.
No, I think they look perfect.
Very well. All right. But with that, yeah, the night goes on without a hitch. And everyone awakens in the morning, not as refreshed as you were standing in town. It is quite cold, after all, and packing up that tent sucks.
Yeah, it's only a 2-person tent, so unless someone else brought their own.
I do believe there's at least one other tent in the group.
I do not have that.
Sorry, for this particular instance, we'll say that you did.
I have another.
So then, setting out our next particular day. A 12 from our lead guide, if you don't mind.
I'll take the lead today.
That's a 2.
Oh, no, I guess I won't.
Okay.
Gotta be quicker.
All right,
Yeah.
Sorry.
that's fine.
Sorry, I assumed. I just should have asked.
You know what they say about assuming? Makes an ass out of you and me. I'm
Nestled
hilarious.
into the foothills of this particular portion of the spine of the world, of which you are now in proper. You have gone from hills to full-on mountainous. The peaks, some of them glistening so bright that it would blind you to look at them. So you sort of cast your eyes up with disdain anytime you were to reach too high up. Now, I would say blinding more so if it was sunny, but just by nature of it being so bright up there, it's kind of awful. Nestled in the foothills of these mountains, what seems to be a semicircle wall made of stone, nestled back into a hillside. A few watchtowers and lines of smoke rolling out of it.
I'm gonna have to guess that's not a natural formation.
Most certainly not. Most certainly man-made, a fort of some kind. Definitely defensible.
Do we recognize perhaps what style it's built in? Like, is it human? Is it like humanoid? Is it giant?
Most certainly human stature, yes.
Okay. And there's no symbology as to who, like, which group.
Not from a far enough distance that we're at now.
Okay.
This is the oh hey you see it distance.
Okay. And are we heading in that direction, or are we going around it?
It's up to you guys. You're uncertain as to what your real destination is, but this is what you see as you go.
But this is one of the spots on the map, roughly.
You would believe that this would be one of the spots on the map, yes.
And we know from our conversation with the silver-clad warrior that they are located somewhere in the south here.
Indeed.
Okay. Well, I think we should cautiously approach. Let's not be sneakily about it. Let's let them see us coming.
Alright. So then if we're all in agreement about a sneaky approach, stealth everybody?
Well, I mean, like, no, a non-sneaky approach, so that
Got it.
I don't want to. So if they see us coming, they know we're not trying to sneak up on them.
Sure. So then, traveling in the most open way possible, you approach the fortification, where you get within I'd say about 70 feet of the gate when two silver armored figures kind of poke their heads up over the wall, and with amplified thaumaturgy, Alt, state your business.
Bretlin will step up and yell back. We met one of your fellow clan members, Eliza, north of here. I am from the Emo Empire and was hoping to talk to some fellow visitors from a strange land.
Hold, you hear back,
Okay.
and their heads kind of go down below the wall. A few minutes pass before you can hear the lowering of a drawbridge that slams into the snow, and then you can see as these like metal arms on the sides of the door just scoop down into the ice, kind of securing it in place, giving it a nice solid walk. The two kind of walk out, and on each side of each of them, two, one for each, large robotic cats.
Ooh.
Ooh, what do they look like?
They look a very similar model to Amos. One might even say the resemblance is uncanny.
Katina
Let's
is
have
gonna get so
friends.
excited.
Tina, don't.
I thought so.
Don't rush them. They may not be as appreciative of that as perhaps Aaron.
Well, Katina is gonna yell, "I think you're related!" and start sprinting towards them.
Okay, well, that's your. Katina. Someone gonna
They
stop her?
each produce spears from these quivers on their back, just and they go to tuck it under their arm and kind of hold it at palm's length, resting it on their thumb like a pool cue. The RoboCats kind of get up onto their haunches, and they're like, "Easy, stranger. Are you armed?"
Evander will
Hey.
immediately step between them and Katina.
And then Aaron's
no,
going to have
over here.
Amos
Yeah, I
run
was
over
gonna
to
say.
Katina as well.
And then, what's going on, Katina?
So they like actually talk?
The people do, not the not the cats.
Oh, Katina's gonna go, "Oh, you silly kitties," and go for a hug.
A series of clanks and whirs that sounds just enough like gurring begins happening, whereas one of the two silver individuals is like, looks back towards the other. "Abel, I think this one's harmless." And they kind of, to the RoboCats who stop gurring.
After they gurt her eyes are gonna well up with tears just a little bit, and she's gonna turn around to Amos and go, "Tell them we're friends."
At that, Aaron is going to motion to Amos to pick Katina up by the nape of her neck and carry her back to the group.
Katina isn't gonna fight it. She's just gonna go limp like a cat would.
There.
My associate is a big fan of metallic cats. Anyways, my name is Bretlin Loyalfoot, Captain, retired. Thank you for your hospitality, for at least speaking with us.
He nods. "You're a long way from the wilds, friend."
Not by choice, but yet here I am.
"I'm Kane." He gestures over to his associate. "This is Abel."
Bretlin respectfully nods and gives a
Uh-oh.
little hat tip to both. We met one of your members north of here by the name of Eliza, very impressive, and she had mentioned that the clan had moved here after leaving the Empire, and being myself a long way from home, I felt an urge to visit to see if any old faces might still be here.
Well, you've actually come at a difficult time. Silver has gone on a brief mission, a scouting trip. Has not checked back in yet. We were thinking of rousing a search party, and then you happen along. When was the last time you've seen Silver?
Aaron will walk forward at this. That was what, like less than a week ago, right? It was probably like 3 or 4 days.
We're getting close to the week mark, but yeah, we'll say roughly a week ago.
Yeah. Aaron will say about a week. In Bremen, right?
I see. Well, as much as we'd like to have you gain admittance to our enclave, our clan specifies that you must have someone to sponsor you to enter. This person would be Silver, but again, she's gone scouting. Perhaps you would be willing to do us a service to kill the proverbial 2 birds with 1 stone.
Sure, we could certainly try to. Is this, was she scouting north of here or south of here?
Southeast, through the pass. There's some uncanny fortress in the hills. A group of duergar have taken up residence.
I see.
Intelligence says a man by the name of Zardarok Sunblight has taken his leave of absence from the Underdark. We believe he intends to rule above ground.
Someone write that down. We could look into that. I think we could.
Our concern is merely Silver.
Sure. Would you be able to provide us a best path to that area? Some directions and whatnot that would allow us to get there as quick as possible?
Indeed. He relates how you can travel to the south, skirting around the particular portion of the spine of the world that you are in, to a great valley, where in the southeasternmost section of the valley is a small mountain pass that leads to the next section of canyon. Nestled there is the fortress.
Okay. He thinks for a moment. I don't know how much of this is a concern to your clan, but as a fellow member of the Empire, Chardalyn will casually, not make any sudden movements, but pull a map out and show him, where this location is marked on the map. Like, I came across this hidden in a tavern. Now, if your reputation is the same as it was back in our homeland, this is not something you would want to be floating around, so you may want to inform your elders that there is something a bit strange about this. I don't know if you recognize the writing, but someone seemed to know this location.
Interesting. We have had some reports of nosy mage types sneaking their way in. All of them looking for some long-abandoned bits of Chardalyn, old technologies, spires of old Nerethil. Perhaps, maybe, they're mapping out places of interest. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This will be of great use to us.
Yes.
May I? Kind of reaches his hand out for the map.
Yes, if you could perhaps provide a replacement so we could not get lost into this fortress and whatnot. But I understand that your elders and experts would want to study this, but if I don't have an extra with me, if you could sketch out one, replace it, I would appreciate it.
He studies it for a couple minutes before finally handing it back to you, and then begins to use minor illusion to trace out roughly an exact copy that he can just conjure and be like, double checks the map. That'll work. Thank you.
Just like the legends of old. Very impressive.
You can't see him smiling, but you get the impression that he's proud. And then both of them kind of clang their fists with spears onto their chest and says, onward. And good luck,
Thank you. And
friends of Emil.
if you could see if any of your elders know of Bretland Loyalfoot when we return, I would very much like to have a tea or something a bit stronger with them. Be safe, friends of Emil's.
They nod, both turn heel, and you can see the two Robocats lock eyes with you for a moment, Katina, and then go, Mao.
She's gonna give them a shy wave back and be like, I'll be back for you.
Alright.
Katina's gonna be like the reverse John Connor and like lead a rebellion of robot cats. You'll see that Bretland's like very kind of hyped up about this. He's very happy to run into people from his homeland. And then it's like, well, no one said they didn't want to go look for this silver, so I'm going to just thank you in advance for helping.
Sorry, gotta respond here. Okay.
Someone's looking up mind flayer porn.
Yeah, totally. 100%.
So many tentacles.
Aaron will, as we're leaving, kind of make eye contact with one of the. We'll say Abel. Is Abel smaller than Kane?
Maybe ever so slightly.
Maybe a little less hairy.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Aaron will just make eye contact and nod.
They both kind of stop for a moment, and they're like, well, you've grown.
Haven't I?
I see you're keeping up with the repairs. They go to pat Amos, and Amos flops down into the snow, going full tummy reveal. And they kind of give him a good robo pat. They're like, yes, seems to be running well. Do keep up on the tune-ups.
Katina's gonna glare at them for touching Amos.
Abel leans in close to Katina, and you can see your reflection in his helmet. And he says, you know, what they really like the most.
What?
Thick slabs of ice. They love to chew on it.
Katina is going to bristle up and go, well, Amos here likes to share wine with me.
Again, you can't see their face, but the head tilt kind of just leads to the impression that that answer was nowhere near what they thought you were going to say. And they go, well, okay. At least you're a good companion. They're very loyal creatures.
As am I.
I'm sorry. In my mind, I'm still imagining Katina being held by the nape as you're having this conversation. Is this happening?
That's perfect. Yeah, that works.
So with another wave, they're gonna head out back into the fortress.
during this trip, Brettlin's gonna want to talk to Aaron at some point.
Understandable. And we'll also want to talk to Katina.
Oh no.
Okay. So you've got another couple of hours travel down the pass. So as you do so, this first journey should have enough time to do both conversations, whichever one of you wants to go.
Bretlin can go first.
Brettlin will come up next to Aaron and kind of look at him a little strangely. So those two clan members seem to know who you were.
Old friends.
Are you from them?
No.
Well, you spent time with them.
Briefly.
Well, briefly enough to learn how to maintain Amos.
Maybe more than maintain.
Okay. But you're not from the clan. You weren't born there.
No. No, I was not.
No. Interesting. I just didn't expect to know anyone who knew of them.
I know them much like a beggar knows a wealthy man passing in the street who stops to give a coin.
When they were in my homeland, they were well known as being honorable and at times generous. Their departure was a great loss to the Empire. I can't help but to think things might have been different if they were there, but here we are.
It's funny how the weaves of fate bring us together. And Aaron will kind of trail off in my mind for a second. Just kind of stare ahead and look back over at Bretlin. It's good to have you here, Bretlin.
It's good to be here. Can't say I ever expected myself to be out here. I consider myself very lucky. Things were different, I would be in a prison camp. But
Well, we'll have to swap stories over a beer or two after this journey. I'm interested in hearing more about that.
oh, I'm more than happy to tell. It's not that terribly interesting, but I have a few good tales. Speaking of good tales, and not in a condescending way, but noticed you were dancing with Kara the other evening.
Kara, yes. I needed a bit of a distraction after being accosted by a... Aaron will look over at Katina to see if Katina's within earshot. How close are you, Katina?
Well, if Amos is staying pretty close to you, then I'm pretty close.
Aaron will lean in close to Bretlin. Accosted by a amphetamine-induced drunk. I needed something to take my mind off of things just a bit.
Where are you in this formation?
Probably in the middle somewhere.
Okay, because if I'm within earshot, I will give you a glare.
You would not be within earshot. It would have been very quiet.
Then don't even worry about it.
If Katina could hear, she would yell, "Amen."
Holla.
She's a very passionate soldier, I can tell.
I suppose.
I just found it to be interesting that you two were dancing.
I'll dance with anyone if the tune is right.
I agree completely. I wouldn't mind dancing with her either, but I kind of feel like she might throw me through a window, so I may wait until she asks me before I would ask her.
You know, some people are into that sort of thing.
I do know.
Yeah, they are.
I did know someone who would be into that, but that was a different person.
Well, perhaps you and I could dance sometime, Bretlin.
Well, certainly would. That's one step closer to seeing what's under that mask. You can ask me any day of the week, my handsome friend.
I find that mystery is more alluring than the truth.
Perhaps. Well, I better take point before Clara leads us down some sort of precipice and I'll die. All right.
Don't walk away too fast.
I'm number one. I'm number one also. Thank you.
And then, Katina, I believe you were trying to say something?
No, Katina's trying to figure out how to charge her phone before it dies.
Hurry and charge your phone, because Aaron is going to be making my way toward you.
That's what I meant.
No. Yeah, it's not working. I'm panicking. Find me a charger!
Should we take a quick two?
Yeah, can we take just like a super quick break?
We'll be right back after these messages from Chargers Incorporated. Hi, it's me, Colt Sebastian Taylor again. A third break. This must have been a very long session. I don't know. I mean, we usually don't get to this sort of advertising segment and whatnot. But hey, if you've made it this far via the podcast or the YouTube, links below, subscribe to both, then you know what? You know what I'm going to say. Join our Discord channel. You probably already are if you listen to this long. But just in case you're here for the first time, join our Discord channel. Links down there below. Listen to us between the breaks. Say hi to us throughout the week. Throw us random ideas. Post funny D&D memes. Stuff like that. So, alright. Should be the last one. Maybe it is. Hopefully it is. Must have been a long session. Let's get back to it.
You've finally made your way around the mountains. Before you, these small mountain pass, where Aaron makes steps towards Katina.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Uh-oh.
But I also have a question.
Well, which one are we going with first then?
I don't know much about Tabaxi,
Clearly.
but I heard a story. And
Continue.
It was a story from maybe the not so sober ramblings of your father.
Oh, that was just him at his baseline. Yeah, he was pretty much sober.
Wow. All right. How does a tabaxi be born from an egg?
Well, most aren't. I'm just special.
Okay. Aaron is I'm just gonna, for flavor, roll a history check, assuming that I've read in a book somewhere that tabaxis are mammals. I rolled a 14. Do I remember that the tabaxi?
Yeah, most certainly. That would be such a, yeah.
I feel like that's obvious information.
Well, Aaron hasn't come across many tabaxi. You see, his story was strange. He said he and your other father, what was his name?
Brad? Benji and Brad.
Benji and Brad. Brad. They found an egg in the middle of the night in a road somewhere.
Yes,
just
the
laying by
legendary
itself.
ayahuasca weekend.
And they took said egg, and then they sat on it until it hatched.
I apparently only took one night. I've always been very ahead.
Huh. I'd like to roll an insight check on Katina. I roll 19.
Do I roll anything against that, or how does that work?
Well, so normally checks involving that sort of thing would be like insight versus deception, but you're not being deceitful. Right,
Yeah, like
you know,
you could 100% tell that I believe this.
Aaron's going to look Katina in the eye, kind of like, "Oh, you sweet summer child" style, and just kind of, well, it's a beautiful story.
It's not a story.
No. I mean story as in history. Story. You know, because everything is a story, right? Past, present, and future.
As long as we're clear that that's what actually happened.
Yes, you are clear about that. And Aaron, with that statement, is going to say, Amos, keep an eye on her. I'm going to walk ahead. Aaron is just very confused and forgot about the bone he had to pick with you, because just was not expecting this reaction at all.
Amos will just mow and sort of trot along happily.
Tina's gonna ask Amos if she can hop on his back because she's tired of walking.
Gonna mechanically nod and sort of push his frame up higher.
Perfect. She's gonna pack a snowball ice cube for him and try and feed it to him.
He's gonna love this. He'll be crunching on it the entire time with each step.
Perfect.
Feels good on their metal teeth. So, making your way finally through the mountain pass. It's here that we see what all the fuss is about. Nestled on the northern end of this canyon, a tall, absolutely looming fortress carved out of the mountain itself. In front of you, maybe couple 100 feet. Everybody make perception checks.
24.
Aaron.
Nice.
17.
8.
9. Haha.
17 as well.
Evander and those bad ears.
Hey, it's not just me, it's Bretland. Oh yeah, okay, never mind.
Bradley and Vander are
I thought you were saying I had bad ears.
Bradley and Vander are discussing snack bacon.
Something like, oh yeah.
So yeah, snack bacon, it's so good, right? Katina, Aaron, both of you guys are able to spot a couple 100 feet away what seems to be like a hunter's blind set up with snow camouflage. You can just barely make it out against the slope of a hill.
Katina is going to whisper to Amos, "Hey, let's go find the loot before anybody else."
Oh boy.
He's gonna look up Mal with a mouthful of snow and turn back like really quick, just like notch his head back exorcist / owl style to look over at Aaron.
Oh no.
He then starts to just full on gallop forward.
Oh, that's amazing. He switched it into sport mode. I want to get there as fast as we can.
Hey, where are they going?
We should probably follow after them.
Ah, shit.
Amos full-on gallops over towards the snowblind, and as he's passing, in like slow motion, Katina, with full joy of riding full speed Amos, you kind of look to your left, and sitting inside, holding a spyglass, is the silver clad figure you believe that was from Bremen, who like slowly, and again in slow motion, like starts to turn the helmet your way as you rush past.
Katina's gonna give him the middle paw on her way through.
I would like to think, just in my head, Katina and Amos take off, Aaron and Kara and Maze take off, and like Bretlin and Vander just kind of like standing there, glance at each other, sigh at the same time, and just begrudgingly bring up the rear.
Each one of you charging this fortress. However, there is a loud bang resounding from the fortress. Katina galloping ever closer. You can hear what seems to be large gears begin clanking. You can hear the grinding of metal on metal, forcibly opening something. Before the loudest roar you've ever heard. From the top of the fortress. Once again, everybody make perception checks. I will tell you at least baseline what you all see afterwards. So you're all going to see something, but some of you might see more detail than the others.
That's crazy, bro.
14.
23.
14 for me
Like
as well.
18.
11.
Okay.
Kara is too concerned about Katina, who's clearly running towards danger.
Flying out from the top of this fortress, a large dragon. It shoots out with an extreme fury, flames bursting out from behind it. It shrieks, flips through the air, and rushes northwest past the mountain range that you're on the opposite side. It's not going towards you, but away from you.
Is it going towards the clan?
Yes.
Oh, let's just
And
go,
the
guys.
direction of 10 towns.
Oh shit! Gonna fight.
Oh.
with the Titans.
Good job.
Oh no.
Let's just leave, guys. I think we should. Let's just leave. Like,
I mean,
it's not our problem.
we
It's
need
not
to
our
stop
problem.
this.
We're gonna be happy that
No
it's
problem.
empty now, right? So
It's
we
not
can
our
like
problem.
go in there.
Secondly, Bretlin, Maisie. Each of you notice there's something in particularly different about this dragon. Most dragons, they have scales. They look like beasts. This dragon, from the brief look you got of him as he turned, seems to be made entirely of interlocking, perhaps metal and or crystal. He's not a beast at all. This is some sort of construct, some sort of patchwork or clockwork dragon.
The vampires.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
So it appears to be a construct.
Yes.
Ah, tits.
Maybe we
So-
could just dispel magic on it.
Let's just go. Let's just go.
It is here that Silver catches up to you quickly. I'm so glad to see each one of you, but what in the hells is that?
Not great, if I had to guess. We were sent here by your clan to look for you.
Aaron
I
will
was just
walk over to that as well.
Because Tina's still heading towards the snow fort.
Yeah,
goodness.
Kara's still booking after Katina.
All right.
Like, will I get her to get back?
So then I'm going to jump back and forth really quick. While you're riding up towards the fortress, you can't see any guards, but to the left-hand side is what seems to be almost a half-mile tall switchback staircase that goes up to about maybe the bottom third of the fortress and then enters in that way. That seems to be the way that you would get in.
if you choose.
Yeah, I'm still heading that way.
Can
Okay.
am I too far away if I take out a grappling hook to sort of swing it at her and pull her off of Amos?
Amos is quite fast compared to you. It will
Right.
be
But
pretty
I mean,
darn
if we
difficult
have,
to catch up.
there's no way I'm going to catch up. I'm just wondering if I can at least get her to stop.
I mean, you could tell Aaron to make
Wait.
this cat stop.
Well, she doesn't. I think she's too far away. But
Has Bretlin and Evander or Vander communicated specifically that it appears to be a mechanical being yet?
Silver.
Say again?
So Maisie and Bretlin passed the perception checks to
Oh, was
know that it
Maisie?
was
Sorry, I thought it was
mechanical.
Evander and Bretlin.
No, I'm noticeable for that. I haven't been rolling good tonight.
Okay. Well, because that would affect my decision of what I do. Is the only reason I ask. Assuming no, Aaron will say, "Well, you're the one who's been camped out here. I was hoping you might have an answer."
The fortress had gone quiet, unknowingly quiet. The guards all retreated to the inside. They were getting ready for something. I didn't know what. Listen, the way that thing was headed, everyone is in danger.
Well, I hope your enclave is ready.
She looks in the direction of the enclave, back towards the fortress. I can't be in two places at once. If that thing was inside the fortress, then Sunblight's men may not be ready for an incursion. I could probably sneak in and take this out now, if you guys could head off the dragon. On the flip side, if you could take out Sunblight, I'll try and rally the Tams to the dragon.
You know your people better than I do. I think we handle things here, and you go back there. And Aaron will look to the rest of the group for approval or disapproval to anyone who's close by.
And Katina, it'd be this time that you'd finally make it to the first set of steps if you wish to start climbing up them.
Yeah, we're heading up the stairs. While they're heading up the stairs, though, Katina is going to use one of her psionic powers to speak into Aaron's brain and be like, "You aren't mad, right?"
No, keep doing what you're doing.
Heard. And she's going to grab Amos's ears, like a sleigh dog's, and be like, "Mush, mush, appa, yip, yip."
Bretlin will say, you can probably get back to your people far quicker than we can. You know this area better than us.
Well, I have something that could help you. If you wish to chase after it, the only way you're getting back there quickly is flight. And she also wears this, like, ornately purple quiver that she taps one of the sides of, and it opens up this compartment from which she pulls a rolled, what seems to be a carpet. This. If you wish to chase it down, time is of the essence. Otherwise, I'll go.
What's in the tower?
One estranged warlock, duergar warlord, possibly a bunch of his men, entrance to the Underdark. Those are all the knowns, but we don't know the unknowns.
That dragon, do you think this is in league with whoever's in that tower?
Most certainly.
Aaron will look at
Or
Bretlin.
maybe the dragon rules the tower. Most dragons don't serve anyone but Tiamat.
Aaron will look to Bretlin. Bretlin, did you notice anything unusual about the dragon? I didn't get a good look.
It's not a dragon per se. It looked like a construct of some sort. not natural.
A construct?
Gears and like a clockwork. Like a grandfather clock, but terrible in flying.
The color, did you notice the color?
Did I notice the color?
Gray.
Gray!
That's... Oh gods. Are you familiar with Chardalyn?
Can I do a history check to see if I'm familiar with Chardalyn?
Anyone who has spent enough time in the Dale would have at least heard tales of Chardalyn, a crystal material known for its many applicable properties of holding on to magic really, really well. The last remnants of a thing known as the Crystal Shard, aka Crinchinabon.
Okay, yes, okay.
Um,
Aaron will nod. And literally just say exactly what you just said. Crinchinabon, yes. What about it?
Oh, I thought we were talking about Chardonnay. I'm sorry.
If this dragon is made of Chardalyn, then whoever made it has got to be a powerful spellcaster. And perhaps this is its test run.
So, if this is a construct similar to Amos, there's likely a magic wielder at behind the scenes who could be controlling it. If that's the case, our best opportunity at taking this dragon down is taking that wizard or caster out, not the dragon.
We know what this person's name is, right? They've told us Eliza.
Yeah, you know this is Silver. Eliza.
Bretlin will step like, Eliza, you know your people better than we do. You know what to say to them. They will believe you as soon as you show up. Go. We will go into the tower and see what we can do. Besides, there's literally two of us halfway up the steps, so like we're already separated. So I mean, like the decision is.
Yeah, we don't really have time for this.
Yeah, by the time there's no way getting her back here to then go. I think we can all agree she's refusing to leave, so we have to go get her.
And as if stated immediately, Kara has returned. What would be out of breath if she wasn't so fit? And Katina, you've finally made your way up the final bit of steps to where a landing kind of paves off, and there's a doorway to the north, completely shut, made of stone.
Is there an obvious way to open it?
It seems as though you could push it open.
Alright, Amos, charge!
Oh boy.
He kind of
Are you
like...
still telepathically linked?
Yeah, we are for the next, I think, 4 hours.
Assuming this is in sequence of what just took place, Buck, Aaron would be telling Katina to be on the lookout for a powerful spellcaster.
And minions.
That would be our target.
Yeah, that's gonna make her a little nervous.
You're so far away.
I'm so far away.
Yeah, it'll be another character we rolled.
It's fine. I have, Amos.
Sure.
I was gonna say, like, if Katina ran off, like, and no one's with her, Evander would have gone with her.
Well,
I
you'd be
tried to go
running-
with her.
you'd be
Yeah,
running.
you guys
running.
will be really far behind.
That's
Amos went full
sucks.
sprint mode.
Yeah,
oh,
no,
okay,
like-
I understand.
That's what I was trying to do, but there was no way
Okay.
that Kara was going to keep up.
Okay, I get it. Okay, well, I'd still be on my way then, even if I'm behind.
Bretlin will shake Eliza's hand, give a salute. Good luck. We gotta go.
What about that dragon?
That's what Eliza will take care of. The best she can.
I hope we're all prepared.
All right.
So does Amos break the door down?
He's most certainly trying, but he isn't breaking it down. He's beginning to, like,
make a small amount of progress, but it seems like this door might require intense strength, the right lever from the inside, or a group effort.
Okay, he's just gonna keep headbutting it then. He's not like taking damage or anything from this, right? He's fine.
Yeah, he's just really trying to dig in,
Okay.
giving it all he's got.
All right, let's hoop it.
So Silver's gonna roll out their carpet, hop on, give a nod, and jet off towards the Enclave after the Chardalyn dragon. And thus,
I was like, as we're jogging over there, Brettlin's going to say very loudly, I feel like one of us needs to have a conversation with Katina about the art of stealth and, you know, being sneaky and whatnot.
Aaron will, keeping pace with Bretlin, say, "You know, I did tell Amos to go."
Bold decision. That's bold, man. All right.
Time is of the essence, is it not?
so you guys make your way up the set of switchback steps. Finally make it to the landing of Sunblight Fortress. And just so you know, you guys have stayed along the canon timeline of this universe. There was no interference against the dragon, as foretold last season. So, congratulations.
We have fucked things up.
We did the good decision.
You did
What
a
happened if we
decision.
did the other one?
Oh,
The cannon,
Yeah,
but a
but-
bunch of people just died.
we disrupted
Yeah.
a canon event, guys. This is not good.
I
No,
think
we didn't.
No, you didn't.
We did it.
Oh, good. No, we did good.
didn't.
We did good then.
So I can finally stop being cagey about this as I pull the map up to get it loaded on here, because dungeon time.
Oh, fuck.
You guys were told in the near ending of campaign 1 by Eliza that 20 years ago, back then, aka now, a large Chardalyn dragon wreaked terror over Icewind Dale and had destroyed the Tam Enclave.
Oh, damn.
That's
That
now.
happened.
Yeah.
That's happening right now.
Now.
Good, because I didn't want to die.
It's all Katina's fault.
It always is.
Thank you, Katina. I appreciate.
I mean, we could have left her.
You
No.
can't have a-
I wouldn't
Evander,
have.
Evander would have never left her. Bretlin knows
Absolutely not. Nah,
Okay.
we're bros for life.
Thanks.
I am
that.
uploading the map now.
What would you have done if we went after the dragon?
I was
I would
prepared for
gone
that.
forever. Oh,
Here's the thing. It flies really fast.
Oh, we've
It has a particular flight path that it also takes. So I know where it's going to be when. I know how many people roughly will die or could die or not. I'm very prepared for all of that. So there was a lot you could have done.
Dude, Icewind Dale just gets shit on constantly.
right,
They
poor
just got-
Icewind Dale.
They just got past like a
Ice-
fucking demon
Icewind
invading
Dale.
the realm.
Icewind Dale is the trailer park that keeps getting hit by tornadoes of some sort of coast.
Yes.
Man, we're just gonna rebuild. Don't worry. Yeah.
Right.
Here we go.
We've been tornadoes. We had floods. We had locusts. We once had like a guy come in here and sells a bunch of essential oils, but we'll rebuild. We love this
And-
place.
Pies.
I love that Central
was
Oil's on the same level as tornadoes.
Mhm.
Oh,
Essential oils and tornadoes.
they'll get you that pyramid scheme.
I was gonna say in pyramid schemes.
that multi-level,
Okay.
that multi-level
Go to.
marketing, they'll get you. Well, that's how they get you.
So this is actually pretty much sized up exactly the way I need it. Good deal.
That's pretty neat.
Okay.
Ew.
Welcome everyone to Sunblight Fortress.
Oh god! All right, let's do it.
Now I
Where
need to
are we?
place your tokens.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. Nope, that's Ida. Sorry, Ida.
Fucking
I could
rip.
take notes on this, but I'm not going to.
I'd be dead.
Okay.
Hooray!
And then we
we also
need
drop
Amos.
Or flavor. Thank you.
I'm going to give snack bacon to Evander, Maze, and.
Thank
Aaron.
you. I deserve snack.
Okay. You guys are on the middle portion of the map.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now, I did not already have this preset for Fog of War because, quite honestly, I thought you were going to chase after the dragon. But I'm excited
so
that we're
happy
here.
we didn't. I'm so happy
Bretlin would have if Katina wasn't halfway up the steps.
I'm so happy you went up those steps.
Aaron
Yeah,
would
I feel
not
like
have.
just it's only because Katina went up the steps that Maze was like, well, I guess we have to go this way.
No, Aaron definitely would not have.
I would not have fucked with that dragon. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
I
would have
wouldn't
been
either.
like, bye bye.
Aaron's
I'm gonna go
survival
get
instinct
some
Immediate
said
instinct was like,
nothing.
we have to protect the people from the dragon.
Fuck the people.
Yeah, Bretlin would have
But yeah.
suggested like Silver, like come with us, let's deal with this dragon, then we'll come back as a group deal with this fortress. But
Oh my god, no. I'm so happy we went here. I'm so happy. I was like so relieved.
I need some dungeon.
It's really all thanks to Amos being so fast.
Thank you.
You fast boy.
So,
You got the zoomies.
you guys have two options. We can go ahead and go now, or go to break, take a pee, come back because this
I'd like to
dungeon
pee.
Yeah, let's take a
will
break
take
and
us
come
the rest
back.
of the night.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I want to do this. Let's take a break.
I would like to tinkle.
okay.
So, go to our Discord channel for live Tinkle streams.
No! That's our OnlyFans.
They are. Is it a stream of a stream, or is it a stream?
I pee
It
on
is a
camera,
stream.
so
A stream within a
directly
stream.
onto the
We're
camera.
gonna get like demonetized or whatever the other thing is
No,
on, Steam, on Twitch.
we'll go broadcast it. We're fine. All right, we'll be right back. Oh wait, nope. That's the. I just went to season 1. Hang on. There we are. Hey, it's me, Colt Sebastian Taylor again. You remember me from the last break. Yes, this session is again on break. Could be 5 minutes, could be 20 minutes. Depends on how much liquids everyone has had before the actual session. But you're probably yourself, hey, Colt, what happens throughout the week with the Longshots? Well, my friends, go below, join the Discord channel, and you won't miss a thing. It's basically lots of memes and people kind of poking fun at each other, but it's a very fun little Discord channel. You can keep up with us and listen to us between the breaks as well on the live voice chat. Maybe remind us of certain abilities we may have, stuff like that. So go below, join the Discord channel, and then, of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, then subscribe to the podcast. And if you're listening to us on the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, shall we get back? I hope things are going well. I'm sure they are. Battle map.
Hello. Welcome back to the Longshots.
Oh, I don't think Evander's back yet.
Oh, okay. We'll wait. Before we get up there, I think Bretlin will kind of get up to Kara, tap her, and say quietly, if this goes south, you and me rear guard. Make sure everyone can get out. Okay.
I don't need you to tell me what to do. I already know. Right. Cottontail.
Uh-oh.
You'll see him look visibly annoyed, and just move away.
She looks over the precarious edge, debating on whether or not she wants to push him over, and then decides not to.
That's why you don't get any fucking snack bacon, Kara.
She doesn't care.
And it's so good. It's so good. It's like you would. I'm not saying that.
Maisie hasn't eaten hers yet and just quietly hands it to Kara.
See?
You two jerks.
Buck, while
Get 3 temp HP.
Katina, oh sorry,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say while Katina and Amos are going buck wild on the door. Do I notice whether or not it's giving at all? If I were to give you a perception.
It doesn't seem to be giving much. You suspect it's probably barred.
Okay. Aaron would like to do an Arcana check just to see if there's any magical properties to it.
Okay.
Given the circumstance, it would be pretty prudent to do. That's a 24.
Non-magical.
Non-magical, alright.
Though, if somebody did have the spell knock, it would most certainly open it.
Somebody get the spell knock.
Not my area.
Damn, shame Ida went over the edge.
Aaron's gonna knock on the door.
I mean, Kara can cast knock, but she doesn't use wizard components.
Well, just these two components. I think we're all back.
So,
Yes.
Katina and
Goddamn,
Amos give one last push, and all of a sudden, Katina, you would know it's not because of your own power, but you can relay that to the group as you wish. The door, boom, 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 ominously opens.
Yeah, Katina's gonna take all the credit for that. Well, the credit for it.
Everyone be careful. We literally knocked on the front door here. Someone knows we're here.
Oh my god.
Your friend.
Katina is going to get her 2-hand crossbows out while still readying Amos and ready an attack.
Alright.
Can we ready an attack out of initiative? Is that written?
No, but you can have your weapons out, basically.
Got it.
Is Katina going in first?
She probably shouldn't.
Should not. Yeah.
If she is,
She's kind of
I'll
a
cast
bring it up
guidance.
the tail kind of party member, but it's...
If it looks like Katina's gonna like urge Amos forward, Aaron will just say no.
Okay.
Katina's gonna roll her eyes as everybody passes them.
I would like to check for traps.
Sure. Entering inside, just past this is a actual drop-down portcullis made of bars. Beyond that, a small entranceway divided in half with what seems to be an arrow slit on the left-hand side as you enter the room. But you, of course, can't get into the room just yet with the portcullis down. From what you can see, no traps.
Okay. I'll take point.
Alright. 5 feet in, there is a portcullis. Large iron bars slammed down into the ground. No physical way past, unless you would like to try to brute force your way through, or perhaps find some other solution.
I'd like to do a perception check and look towards the upper area of the room through past the portcullis, like look at the walls kind of like up.
The walls themselves reach all the way up to the ceiling with the exception of the exit to the room through the north.
Does anything seem out of place?
No. Seems like a defensible position for, the owner of the fortress. A kill box, if you will.
No obvious levers to open the iron bars?
No, however, typically these things are held behind another door that can easily look out into the portcullis.
Where do you want to lift it up for us?
You want to open up this pickle jar for us?
Sure. I suppose I will head up there and attempt to Attempt a strength check, I guess.
And I'll give you guidance. I don't know if I think guidance works on checks, right?
Yep, strength check, please.
12 plus 3. So 15 plus 4 is 19.
Now, are we trying to raise the bars or are we trying to bend the bars?
I suppose we'll try to raise the bars at first, but if that doesn't work, we can try to bend them.
Giving it all your might can't seem to forcefully raise the portcullis.
Alright, then we'll try to bend them.
Okay.
Is that another strength
check for
check?
me? Yes.
Is that with guidance as well?
Sure.
I'll always give you
extra
guidance.
resources.
That's a 16 plus 3 is 19 plus 2 is a 21.
There you go.
To bend the bars.
You're able to, with a loud bending sound, able to get them to where you could squeeze through single file if you went sideways.
Will Amos fit?
Alright.
Amos will fit, but he's gonna have to, wriggle.
Okay.
It's a cat. Of course he can fit.
Aaron will gesture to Katina to hop off Amos. I'd like to send in Amos first.
Okay.
Okay, Katina's gonna hop off and stand next to Aaron and say, he better not get hurt.
If he does, I'll fix him.
Promise?
Of course.
Okay, that's gonna make her feel a little bit better.
Nat 20 on a dex check for old Amos, plus whatever his proficiencies are.
What a good boy.
As he wriggles his way bloop, into the open room, where a voice from the portcullis. Intruders! Armsmen! Attend! Roll initiative.
Yep, there we
God
are.
damn it. Okay. I don't know what I expected, honestly. It's better than fighting a dragon.
Oh, hi. How's it going? Welcome to my castle. Would you
Oh,
like some
God,
tea?
too.
Yes, please. We need this fucking Hydra to be the fucking owner of this castle.
Yes.
Oh boy, what does he want? Have you seen
That
my
was on.
Have you seen my order away dragon I ordered for Amazon? I just built it. Oh no.
Buck, did my roll go through?
No.
Awkward.
Hashtag awkward.
I don't think I've
be-
ever rolled
there's a
so low
20.
on initiative. I literally got a nat 1. What the fuck? 20.
Oof.
Things are going great.
Yeah. They really are.
You're just having one of those days where you don't get to have a good roll.
I'm
you
not
get into
getting
combat,
any good
And you're gonna
rolls.
crit every attack.
Good, I would hope so. If I can do this in combat, we're gonna have problems.
Initiative will be as follows. Kara, you'll be surprised. Aaron, you're surprised. Then Bretlin, surprised. Katina, not surprised.
Oh shit.
Maisie, surprised. Our Duergar, and then Evander, surprised.
Oh boy.
Damn it.
Not great.
Oh god, I can't die here. We're so close, man.
So,
We're not gonna die, you're fine.
You're
Okay.
gonna die here.
Shut the fuck up!
Kara, no
I'll use you as
actions
a
or
shield,
reactions on your
bitch.
turn.
You'll
Aaron,
be
same
first.
for you. Bretlin, same for you. Katina,
Where are the armor guys?
so from what you can see and what you've heard,
Okay, I need my
you only know of one, which is located behind this arrow slit to the left of Amos.
Can I see him through there?
From where you're standing, no. Matter of fact, he wouldn't be able to see you either. But you know he's there.
if I moved up closer to where Amos is, could I see him?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, put me up to where I can see him. And I'm not going to mount Amos because that would take up half of my movement.
Okay. Make me a dex check as you pass through the bars.
Hang on. 12.
That'll work. Going through, you can see through his arrow slit directly at the guy who's raising a heavy crossbow your way. What do you do?
Oh, well, I've already got my 2 other hand crossbows out. So, we're going to make a couple of attacks.
Alright. This gentleman does have 3/4 cover.
With crossbow expert, do I ignore that?
Cover,
Sharpshooter.
I will double check,
Sharpshooter.
but sharpshooter
Okay,
would.
that's sharpshooter. Okay. Well, that first one's not going to hit anyways.
Kerplink.
Ooh, that might be more like it. 22?
Yep, that works.
Great. 11 damage there, and then I'm gonna bonus action Psychic Blade him.
Ka-chow.
Or Sonic Blade. Nat 20!
Ouch.
Nice.
Got him.
Ka-chow! For only 10 damage.
Ooh. Hey. It was pretty effective. The gentleman behind the slit does not look good. What else would you like to do?
I'm gonna retreat back with the remainder of my movement and go sneaky sneak again.
Okay. Dex check through the bars.
Eight.
Ooh. You get wedged halfway through the bars and are restrained.
Oh no, that means no one else can get through, right?
Yep.
Oh boy.
You'll be able to make the you'll be able to make me a check again. Rather this time it'll be a save when we get to your next turn.
Oh boy.
Okay. Somebody shove me out.
Maisie's surprised. Duergar turn.
Wait, is it too late to go back? I just remembered something. I fucked up.
What are we remembering? But I'm pretty keen on going forward.
I
but what do you
know,
got?
I know. I just remembered that I have that. I have my psionic dice that I could have added a 1d8 to a failed check.
Do one of your own failed checks.
Yes.
Roll it.
I would have added 5.
That'll work.
You really don't have to let me do that. I know I fucked it up.
Sorry, I hadn't moved a piece yet. Duergar number 1 here. Gonna move just to the opposite side of the arrow slit. You've lost sight of him.
Oh my god, he turned into a black thing! A black blob!
You can hear clanking as the portcullis begins to start to raise, but it raises all the way until the portion where Kara has bent it about halfway up. So you could crouch and get under it. Coming down the hall, you can hear the sound of footsteps. Let me just fog this out real quick.
Is that like darkness or what is it?
That is, you can't see that.
Okay.
He's putting folks there.
Oh, you kitty!
Oh boy.
They're
Oh my
all
God, so
underneath
many.
They're all underneath it. You
Yeah,
can see them.
it's not a precise process. This map. the tool that they've given.
Don't worry,
We'll
guys.
just pretend
I
that
think there's
we
only
didn't see
one
you
there.
There's only the one guy, guys. We can take him.
Let's see. 30, okay. So
There's a really cool thing about duergar that you guys are about to learn. For those of you that aren't familiar with duergar. And I'm not going to spoil the
that?
fun. I'm not going to spoil the fun.
I mean, Amatrain used to hang out with the duergar. They were quite friendly to her.
Well,
all right.
You mean the ones that enslaved her?
Especially the ones that enslaved her.
Oh my god.
I don't think.
So let's
That's
see.
crazy.
Going through all of their turns.
I assume that northern part of that kill box you could slip through.
Yeah, I'm. Yes, most certainly.
Okay.
All right. Boom. You can see one just at the end of the hall, though he has used a dash action to get there. And you can see another just to his right. Okay. That brings us all the way to the bottom with Evander, who can't take any actions or reactions. So we're up to the top again with Kara.
What the heck?
What the heck? Kara is going to go into a rage.
All right.
And for the first time, I suppose nobody can see it, but not much happens except that her pupils kind of shrink, and it's almost like she kind of loses touch with who she is. She's going to just like Mystique and the X-Men, just slide underneath the portcullis.
Very nice.
And I suppose that's half speed, right?
Nah, you'd be okay.
I can get. All right, she can get up to this thing.
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. 25 gets you into the portcullis thing, yeah.
Okay, and is this the same thing? Do I have to like destroy it, or can I reach through to get to the duergar there?
So what this is it's kind of like an airport or a subway turnstile. So it all turns one direction. So you move through the right side to get in, and you enter and exit from the right. So it keeps turning counterclockwise.
All right, she'll grab. In that case, she'll attempt to grab the duergar's arm, and she's going to crush it in the door.
Ouch.
And attempt to break it.
Okay.
God damn.
So let's call that an unarmed strike.
Okay. No, that's a 2 on the
Ooh.
die.
Mm.
That's a shame because that was cool.
He darts his hand back pretty quick.
And then I guess I'll try it again. With
All right.
I think I get a second attack.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 6 on the dice. I can't see my. I think it's a plus. I can't see it. Why can't I see it?
Well, let's
I
see.
look, but your sheets.
I only.
You get a +6.
There we go. Yeah. So I guess it's a 12.
No dice.
Damn. All right. Well, that's her turn.
Okay. Aaron.
Aaron will also run up. This is what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get to the portcullis, yeah?
see from where you are, 5, 10, 15, 20. 25 gets you where Amos is, 30 gets you in between Amos and Kara.
I have not used a diagonal. Can I use a diagonal to move 5 here?
So those are very, very skinny, like 2.5 foot sections there. So in order to sit there, you're going to have to like press yourself up in order to stand at that exact spot. This room is cramped, and cramped by design.
All right. Aaron will get right here then. And I'm going to... I rolled a history check earlier that I'm going to kind of roleplay off of. It was a 14. So Aaron is going to have a memory of a conversation with my father about duergar. And will immediately cast fairy fire into the room that they are in right now. Ideally, if I can, I don't know if I have to see the center, but I'd like the center to be as far to the right as I can while still hitting both of those dwarves.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. We can get that done. And then, let's see.
That would be a
they roll dex
14,
saves.
I think. Yeah, I think it's a 14 dex save. Let me double check.
Fail.
Bussin'. And can Amos squeeze through that space that goes into their room?
Yeah, he can try to muscle past. However, there is a guy just on the other side. So it's going to be hard once he gets past to stay in the same spot. It would probably require a check to get past him.
Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna hold my bonus action then to attack with Amos on his turn.
Okay. Alrighty then.
And that's my turn there. And then with that, I'd like to move Amos up and attempt to move through.
All right.
Unless I can attack from this position.
From this position here, no, but as you're kind of heading through, go ahead and make that strength check for me.
I would do that with his sheet. I always forget.
The Steel Defender.
He has a AC of 15.
His dex is 1 plus his for proficiency bonus, which equals yours.
Yep, so he gets a +4 to dex. And a +5 to con for saving, but you said strength.
His athletics will be 2 plus your proficiency. Yep.
So 2 plus my proficiency, which is... Shit.
It should be the same as Kara's with a
Plus
3.
So roll a d20 plus 5, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That is 17.
That's so salt.
Yep, you are gonna get Amos inside and to the left.
That's what I wanted. Perfect. All right, and then Amos is going to force empowered rend, and fuck this dude up royally at advantage.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, I wish I had an Indiana Jones pistol. That's a problem.
So force empowered rend, melee attack +6. Oh, I can just roll from his sheet count.
Should be able to, possibly.
It's a good thing I have advantage. It is a 21 to hit.
That'll do it.
Alrighty. That's alright, cool. 4 damage.
Alright, hey. Some is better than none.
And that's my turn.
Alright. that brings us down to Bretlin.
Okay, I will need a ruling on what I want to do.
Okay.
Can I move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and bonus action rabbit hop over to here?
Well, those doors are closed, so
You could jump on top of Amos.
if you did it with the intention of either leaping on top of Amos or trying to crash through that door.
I feel like he would. Oh, sorry. I feel like he would. Well, he would probably parkour off of Kara's chest without asking. Off of this wall, and then not expect those doors, so he would probably slam into them.
Okay. Well, let's see. Give me a strength check against the door as you leap and crash your weight into them.
Yeah. Did not know there were doors there, so he would not have calculated that in his attempt. This is a straight strength check?
Strength athletics, if that helps.
Oh. Well, that's a 6, so regardless.
Okay. You're gonna thud against the door and, like, fall backward onto Amos, and you and Amos are both, like, pressed into the same spot. However, you are free to now try the door.
Would that be a free action?
Yeah.
All right.
Interact with
I
that.
would see if the door can open.
It most certainly can.
And then I will tumble out over to here because, Oh,
hello.
hello. Hi. I'm
Kind
Bretlin.
of turns around.
I'm Bretlin Loyalfoot, Captain, retired. Stab.
Roll a hit.
Okay, he's not fairy fired, so this is a straight roll.
Indeed.
That is a 24,
Yep, that'll do it.
and then that is. I'm going to re-roll the damage die using my piercer feat because that's a 1.
What a great feat.
So that is now a 10 points of damage.
All right, they're down.
Okay. Is there anything behind me?
There's what seemed to be a bunch of small cubbies.
You say cubbies or puppies?
Cubbies.
Okay. Disappointed. Gosh. Well, then I guess my second attack will be to jab down to try to finish this guy off.
All right. If you hit, you crit.
To 21.
It hits, it crits.
Okay. I am going to turn to face the large line of duergar here.
Roll damage for your crit for me.
Oh, yes.
Duergar.
Duergar. 10.
Okay, perfect.
And Bretlin will yell out, how many can I see from my position? Like
8.
8. Then he will say, Bretlin will call out, at least 8 in this hallway. And that'll be it for that handsome Hurricane.
All right.
Really quick question, Buck. I'm sorry. The way that fairy fire works, because it's a cube of 20 feet. If it's confined in space, does that squish the cube, or does it just only affect?
For this encounter, I have squished that to be a 20-foot line.
Great person,
including these first 2. 5, 10, 15, 20. So these first 4 here are fairy fired.
Wonderful. Okay.
As to whether or not that's how it actually works, I don't know, but that's what I did.
I like it.
Thank you.
All right, that leads us to Katina.
Alright, she's gonna come up again just enough to be able to see. Or can she see them from where she is?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, she's not going to move then. And just go ahead and attack, not the one that's directly in front of Amos, because they're doing pretty good damage on that, but the one right behind it.
That'd be the one that you can see. The other one is kind of tucked behind.
Oh, okay, so I can only see that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. 17.
Yep, that'll do it.
Okay. That would be 7 damage.
Okay.
Then another shot at him. 24.
That'll do.
9 more damage.
All right.
Would probably get sneak attack since he's next to an ally.
Oh, would I?
Yep. No, certainly.
What does that give me? I'm blanking.
It's below.
Do I get
it's below all
once
your
per turn?
actions.
Oh, an extra 3d6 damage. Oh, sweet.
There's a button on
pretty
your
dope.
sheet. Yeah.
There is.
Love rogues.
If I like hold it down. Wait.
Yeah,
How do I make it? Huh?
There should be a portion of your sheet just labeled sneak attack. Let me open it up.
There is. It's like all the way at the bottom.
It is. It's annoying. You have to scroll all the way down there to get to it. Yeah.
But it doesn't let me just roll damage off of that.
Does it not?
No.
Oh, that's weird. It lets me highlight the damage on my end. Do you want me to roll it, or do you want me to? I mean, you can just click the dice roll
Yeah,
and
I
roll
can
it
just
flat.
do like a manual 3d6.
Yeah, there you go.
An extra 12 damage.
There you go.
They're down.
And that is only on the first attack? Or is it on every attack?
One per turn.
One attack per turn.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay. Can I move to the left a little bit to see the next guy?
The best chance you have is to advance a little bit forward, just behind
Okay.
Aaron.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then... where'd my shit go?
This guy does have a little bit of cover, but you do have advantage from fairy fire.
Cool. So that would be an 18 or a 22.
Oh, work.
That'll be 10 damage to him.
Yee. Good deal.
And then can I move back a little bit? I'm trying to be on the tiny map. Yeah, I'll move back from it a little bit.
And you're back around the corner. You had enough movement to do all that?
Sweet. That'll be my turn.
All right. Mazzy.
Alright, so if I move up into here, is one of the there's the duergar up there, is he dead? Could I go into that space if he's dead?
Yeah, so he's downed. Both these guys are downed. I will remove them from the hallway as they're downed, though if they end up somehow getting back up before they die, I will I'll plant them back in their spots. But as of right now, they're both down. Those that are next to Bretlin, I'll just move them down here.
That's not ominous.
Okay. And if I was in that space and I cast Thunderwave, it wouldn't hurt anyone else, would it? Because all of the duergars are ahead of me.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a cone, so you aim it down their way. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna... Because bonus action Misty Step, because I was too far away, that's using an ability, a racial ability, so does that count as a spell?
I'm going to
just
say
Raven
no.
Queen?
No, you can do it like once per rest. I'm familiar with
Yeah.
this. Yeah. You're
And
good.
do it 3 times per long rest now, but yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So bonus action teleport, gathering shadows around me, all of that dramatic stuff, and teleport into, let's say, Amos's shadow. I like the use of shadows. And cast Thunderwave.
Which is a
these guys.
15-foot cone, yeah?
I'm just pulling that up. So that's it's
15-foot
a
cube,
15-foot
excuse me.
cube originating from me. So just 15 feet worth of them. And I'm casting that at 3rd level.
All
So
right.
it is a con save. DC is 16.
Ooh, hot fail.
Okay, so they take 22. The total damage is 22, and that is thunder damage.
Oh, shit.
And they get pushed 10 feet away from me if possible. I don't think that works when they're. I don't know how that works, but they get
This
pushed 10 feet
guy
away.
goes down. They're all going to be knocked back in kind of a line like dominoes.
Wait, that hit everybody?
Well, no, but they fell back into each other, so
Got it.
kind of all tussle
Bowling
backward.
pins.
They're all prone.
Cool, and is Kara and Aaron easily able to move past me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll just stay where I am then to let them like move ahead, because yeah. And that's the end of my
this
turn.
is like your best thing ever.
I'm so excited.
Maze, who Bretlin has seen all this. Maze will hear Bretlin go, yes! in approval. Like, amazing!
Just grins.
And as awesome as that was, the thunderous clap rings throughout the fortress.
Yeah, there is that. I forgot about that.
I feel like people know we're here.
They do now.
If they didn't before, they do now.
Technically let us in.
Yeah, there was one guy.
Somebody did.
There was one guy in the kitchen waiting for the microwave to hit 1 minute. Like, all right, they're in true, whatever. Oh, okay.
All right.
Amazing.
And that takes us to the duergar turns.
Oh yeah.
I'm like literally at the bottom. This is horrible.
The
You're all
very
gonna stand
first
up
one
now.
that went down. Ooh, sorry, Aaron. Very first one that went down is dead. He failed that save and already had 2. That is a pass for 1 and a pass for another. So then finally we get back to our map. This man spends half his movement and stands. 5, 10, 15, gets back up to Maisie. And he's going to bring his fist together against his shield and bulk up in size, doubling in height.
Oh.
And he's going to swing across this massive war pick.
Big boy.
Oh. AC 14.
It is a 21.
And my reaction is I feel like he's going to hit me regardless. I'm not going to use it. That's all good.
While enlarged, they do double their dice. That is 16 piercing damage.
I am resistant to all forms of damage. I should mention she appears ghostly and translucent.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
So, sorry, how much damage was that?
16, I believe. Yep, so 8.
Oh, 8.
Alright. And then this one's going to move up here. Leaning around the corner. And is going to toss a javelin at you. They did not go big mode. That is only a 13 to hit. That won't do. The next one moves up. Same deal. Going to try to chuck a javelin. That'll work at a 19.
Bring it.
That is a hot 8 piercing damage. Down to 4.
Cool.
This one also, tell me if you've heard this one before. Gonna throw a javelin.
No, that's completely new. Never heard that one.
Only a 12.
Boy. Dodgeball. Dip, dodge, duck, and dodge.
You can dodge a javelin, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah, I keep dodging and it pings off Amos.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
This gentleman completely disappears. This gentleman completely disappears.
There it is.
There it is.
I was waiting for that. I'm glad I got a fairy fire off.
Evander.
Yay, finally. Okay.
I leave.
It's been a year. No. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. Would you argue? Okay, I have a couple questions before I start. I can see through this, right? This
I'm
little
used to it.
peephole.
That little peephole is a little bit above you, but it is an arrow slit, yes.
But I can see through it.
Sort of.
I can
You
put
can see
my
that it
eyes
is
up.
a slit.
Can I put my eyes up like to it and like look through it and see what's on the
No,
other
you'd
side?
have to climb up just a little bit, and then you can, yes. It's
But
not
can
going
I
to take you much effort, but I'm letting you know it's at least 5 feet off the ground.
That's okay, but
above,
can I
like, your heights are 10.
can I see what's on the other side of it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And then, would you argue that we are in a dimly lit room?
No. You are outside. That room that you're
Oh, are
looking at
we?
is dimly lit. Yes.
If I put my coat over me, would that make me dimly lit?
Okay, let's follow your train of thought here. What are you looking for? Are you going to try to shadow teleport?
I want a shadow, yeah, to over here in this room. And if not, I'm just gonna Misty Step in there.
Well, then Misty step in there.
Yeah, but if I can not use it, then I won't. And I'll
So-
use the other thing because it's a bonus action instead.
No,
so.
the power of shadow is not on your side outside in the snow.
Yeah, you have the
I didn't know we were outside. I didn't know we were outside. Okay, so who is texting me right now? Okay, okay, sorry, I heard my phone buzz. Okay, so yeah, so then, fine, I'll just Misty Step, whatever.
Okay.
Still bonus.
So, no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Where would you like to be inside the room?
It's a one-time use until I get a long rest.
But Misty Step is a bonus spell.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Sorry, yes, so bonus action, So, okay, so yeah, Misty Step, right, I can, like, where can I go? Where am I allowed to go?
Well, you're
'Cause I
hanging here, and you can go anywhere within 30 feet, right?
Yeah,
There's not
so,
a point in this room that you couldn't go.
Okay, so then I'll go, what, like here, is that okay?
That'll work.
Okay, and then I'll go up here, and then this guy in front of me, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. So then, yeah, I'll do 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought about that as if I was gonna do something different.
For getting your
Do I have? I don't have advantage, do I?
I believe this particular fella is one of the last ones to still have advantage, yes.
Like, he has advantage?
No, you have advantage on him.
He's
Okay,
very
cool.
hard.
So, well, the first one was 16,
Okay.
and then the second one 15. So 16 for the first.
16 works, yeah.
Okay, so then I'll roll the first one. For my freaking thing will move. So 4 damage.
That is exactly what you need to knock him down.
Great.
Good job. Awesome.
So he's just down though. He's not dead. So can I work on? Well, okay. I'm not gonna deal with him then. So then I'll move because how much movement do I have left? So that was Misty Step, and then I moved 5, right? So 10, 15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll move here. And then I'll do my second punch to this guy.
Alright.
Where is it? There it is. Which is a 21. Because I don't have advantage on this guy, yeah?
Correct.
Okay,
And
it's
yeah,
21.
that'll work.
And then 6 damage.
Okay.
And I would like to spend a key point to make the target stunned until the end of my next turn.
Do it.
I
So
believe that was a
Is he-
12 or 13 con.
12.
They fail.
Yes! Okay.
They are stunned.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
And then let me just make sure I can't do anything else. I think that's it, but because I can't do the thing where I do 2 more things
Correct,
because
yeah.
it's a bonus action. I already used a bonus action. Let me just double check though.
I think you're right.
I think
believe you're correct.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else I can do right now. Okay. Well, I'll
I get it.
I'll take a. Well, yeah. If I step back, will they get an opportunity? Well, this guy's
Stunned.
whatever, and I'm not really
Yeah,
stepping
that guy
away.
up top is stunned, and yeah, if you move to one square behind you, you're still within engagement distance, so you'll be alright.
Okay, so yeah, I'll move back just a little bit.
Alright. Back up to the top then with Kara.
Would it be possible to get over here?
With the strength check to move past the duergar, yes.
Okay. I have advantage because I'm raging.
Excellent. Strength
Oh, that was
athletics.
that was not a. It's a 13 and a 16 plus 6.
Yep,
That's
that'll do
fine.
it.
Jesus.
You kind of burst through the turnstile, shove him up against the wall, and move past.
All right, and then I want to grab his beard and attempt to rip it off his face.
Ouch.
Jesus. What a vicious person.
Alright.
She's raging.
I love it.
So
Unarmed,
that's
unarmed rage rip.
that's a 17 plus 6.
That'll work.
And that's a D8 plus 3. 7.
Okay.
7 points of bludgeoning damage.
You'll rip out a big tuft of his hair, about half of it's missing.
All right, and then I want to attempt to
Oh, wait a minute. That guy. And how much damage did you do? You dealt 8?
7.
Oh, yeah, my apologies. You rip it clean off, and he's down.
Oh, God.
Nice.
My bad, wrong guy.
That's okay. And then I'll come up to here and I'll try to take down the stunned guy.
Alright, you'll have advantage on him.
Alright, I'm going to attempt. Let's see. I want to try to rip his jaw out of his face.
God damn.
God.
Ah, damn. Okay.
Jesus
No.
Christ.
I'm
I don't
happy
do
for
it.
You.
That's a 12.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah,
I have advantage because he's stunned.
you do.
Come on.
No aim.
17.
That hits.
Oh, boy.
Right.
This is no infantry. Love it.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, yeah. That hurts.
And then I'll use my bonus action to make the to make a third attack.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Jesus.
Very nice.
And I think oh no, that's when I'm enlarged. Never mind. That's a 6 plus 3, that's another 9.
Excellent.
Do I manage to rip his jaw out of his face?
You hear a loud snap as you dislocate it from
Oh,
his,
that's too bad.
his skull. Didn't get cleanly ripped off, but you think there's still a lot of skin keeping it there.
Ugh.
Alright. That's unfortunate. And she'll just stand there and again, like she doesn't make any noise. I suppose Evander would see if he looks over that her pupils
I mean,
are
he's looking like
pinpricks.
directly at her, so you're like right in front of
Yeah,
him.
no. Pupils are pinpricks and she's this is not
Goddamn. This is terrifying.
Alright.
Evander is
That ends my
scared
turn.
of you, not gonna lie.
That brings us to Aaron.
Out of character, I would just like to say the look of enjoyment on your face as you were rolling those die just now. I think you now understand how much fun a martial class could be. It's like pulling a slot on a slot machine and just going.
Also,
Kind of also finding the joy in a martial character, I'm not gonna lie.
Also, amazing that you're on camera too, so we can all see it. Like, as
Yes.
so, great,
It was
amazing.
all
Love
over
it.
the face the whole time.
Yeah, I'm gonna rip his beard off his face and murder a man by ripping his facial hair off.
I mean,
Do
I know this isn't intentional, but like the four corners of the screen have folks live on camera. The visual of this stream,
It's
I'm
perfect.
very happy about. Very happy about.
Good job. Proud of you.
Call Thanos. We found perfect balance. All right. Aaron is going to move into the hallway and mount Amos.
All right.
Heyo. Not the time for sex, buddy.
And I am going to steady aim, shoot the duergar. Well, no, the one at the very end that I can see is not very fired, right?
That particular fella, no.
Okay, never mind. I will not steady aim. I'm just going to shoot him.
I don't think you can stay aim if you move. You have to give up your movement for steady aim. This is a special.
Oh, for the entire turn?
Yeah, you have to like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is very possible.
Let's do
Okay, well then.
Fisher bullshit, but yeah.
Then, well, no, I don't have. I have a lot of bullshit. That's not one of them. So in that case, then it's irrelevant. So I'm just going to regular shooty the duergar at the end of the hall that I can see.
All right.
That is a 14 to hit.
Ooh, that won't do.
Extra attack. That is a 22 to hit.
That will do.
That is 8 damage.
All right.
And then bonus action attack with my additional ka-chow. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? It like stopped right between the 18 and the 2. Yuck.
Woof.
Alright, that's my turn. And then on Amos's turn, I'm going to jump ahead in front of Nazarene.
All right. Bretlin.
Would I be able to get to here without any issues moving past my friends here?
Yeah, most certainly.
Okay, I'll get to there. Seeing, I'm on high five maze on my way through. Seeing Kara here just raging, he's going to put his hand on her shoulder, like SWAT teams do, hoping that she's familiar with that military tactic, and then take a jab at the stunned duergar. And he doesn't want to like throw a sword by her and be punched in the face, but he's gonna do that and stab at the duergar.
If we weren't in initiative right now, hit you.
You would hug me? I know. All right.
Remember advantage on the stun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that did help. 13.
Ooh, that won't do.
He'll make a second attack. Ooh, 16. I think much better.
That will do.
All right. Well, I'll take it. And that is 10 damage.
Okay. Double checking. That's enough to bring him down.
Okay. He'll move to this space then. Slip by.
Excellent. Let me just. There we go. All right.
Give a respectful hat tip to the raging person who just nothing but mean to him. Angry person.
Continue to George. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
She just needs therapy. That's all I'm saying.
Can I see anybody in that room that's directly to the right? That there's a little. Is that a arrow notch, or is that just where like the walls meet?
It's a little arrow notch right here.
Can I see anybody in there?
No, you watched Evander teleport in there and then head north, so it seems like that room's empty.
Okay. Well then I'm gonna use my movement to come up as far as I can and try to get through the little turnstile thing.
Okay. 30 feet puts you behind Mazzy, but you can still see the duergar all the way down the hall.
Perfect.
Duergar.
Alright.
As
Go
you walk
ahead.
into the hallway, Aaron will look at you and say, "See, he's okay."
Katina is gonna nod, but still look a little worried.
Oh,
14, that won't hit. Another 14.
another 14.
And I think I can only take. I think I can only do my psychic blades if it hits. No, just whenever I take the attack action. Okay.
All right.
Oh my god. 11. Yeah, I got
no.
nothing.
Pew pew. Psychic blade, and just kind of maybe it's all the people in front of Katina, but they just it can't seem to find its mark.
No, she's just so nervous about Amos that she's distracted.
All right. Then anything else you'd like to do? I mean, that was all your movement and
No, I mean, that's my turn.
poo. Mazzy.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to determine a spirit tail. Tails beyond. Come on, is it rolling? No, it's not. There we go. I got tail numero uno. Okay, well that doesn't really do much. I will not use that. Instead, I will. I think it's probably the only one where that's probably pretty useless in this scenario. We can only see one, right?
Correct.
I will just Dissonant Whispers. First level. DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. Pass.
I don't. I failed, so it takes 3d6. So it takes half damage and doesn't have to move. So I just rolled the damage and didn't check what it was. So that's 12 plus 5, 15, 16, 17, halved to 8, I believe.
Yes.
Psychic damage.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Done deal. All right. End of your turn brings us to the duergar. That is a death from one of them. Another pass for the second one. A fail. A pass. And a death.
Oh boy.
Boop and boop. Okay. For the one still standing, right in front of everybody, he's going to attempt to swing at Kara. That is 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That is 9 piercing damage.
Half to 8 or
Half to 4. Yeah.
or sorry, 4.
Yep. 4 damage. And then let's
Ouch.
see. And Evander.
Okay. I mean, Kara's kind of in my way. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. But it's just this guy, right?
Just the one, yep, that you can see.
Yeah, so these two, I don't know, two of those. Can I hit this guy from here, where I am?
Yep.
Okay, well then I'll do that. I'll punch him in his face. Yeah, I'm gonna just do 2 unarmed strikes and punch him in the face.
Okie doke.
I don't have advantage, eh?
Not on this guy.
Alright, 19.
That'll work.
Alright, first hit is a 4.
Okay.
Then 20. Dirty. For the second hit.
That'll work.
6 damage.
He's down.
Yeah. And then, like, if he's down, I'm not really gonna do anything else to him, but I will move 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll move here. I can't see these guys, can I?
No. However,
Okay.
landing in that space,
Oh, shit.
you feel tight arms attempt to reach out and grab you.
God damn, okay. What do I do?
A dex acrobatics or a strength athletics check, your choice.
Well, I suck in both, except for I have a +1 in the acrobatics, so I'll do that.
Alright, let's see it.
Oh, not 20, 21!
go.
Let's go!
You monk badass, do it.
I am a badass. Let's go. Yeah, 21. Excuse me, this is... fuck you. Ask consent.
True story.
I need my glasses for this. I was gonna, like, I can't fucking see without my actual glasses. That's why I took them off, and I'm like, this is a moment where I need these.
Alright.
So-
You are not grappled.
Good. Great. I'm gonna punch this guy in the face. Because I have 2
Alright.
actions. I have 2 actions left.
Falcon Punch.
I'm gonna spend Falcon Punch. Okay. I'm gonna spend key point. Right, it's a key point to do that. The 2 extra attacks. Okay. First attack. 15.
Ooh, it's not gonna work.
Okay. Second. 21.
Yep, that'll do it.
Damage 6.
Alright.
And then I didn't. I'm gonna use the bonus action to the stunning one.
That's just a key point. I don't believe
Oh.
it costs you a bonus. So let's see, that was 13.
Oh, and I can spend as many key points as I want as long as it's not a bonus action, another bonus action.
Correct.
Okay, so then yeah, I'll do stunning strike.
Stunning strike. Alright. And second time in a row, they fail.
Yeah, yeah.
Good job, Monkin.
I'm right. I'm so proud of myself because I suck. Because I hate martial characters, and I didn't know that a monk was a martial
You're
character.
doing a very good job at managing on the key points. It's good.
Thank you. Okay, and I think that's it.
Alright. Then
yeah,
up to the
that's it.
top
I
of
can't think
Kara.
Chef Bretlin through the doors.
I think, can I get to the other side of the duergar?
Passing competing athletics check, sure can.
He's stunned.
Well, that'll do it.
Okay. And then I will. Can I lift him up and just swing him around and bang his head and like smash his head into the floor?
Yeah, that'll absolutely do it. Roll to hit with him.
Jesus.
It's a 13 plus 6.
Okay.
So yeah. Is that it? That's
That'll do
the
it.
hit.
Yeah. Cracking his skull on the hallway.
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, ouchie.
And then I will lift him up and I will drop him onto so that I'll attempt to snap his spine.
Ow.
Fucking gruesome. I love it.
Vander looks horrified. He's like,
I don't do it.
oh, okay, never
Don't do
mind.
it. I just drop him onto the ground.
I was gonna say, like, if
I have
you
a
do anything remotely super gruesome in front of him, he's gonna be horrified. He's gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" He'll be
Aaron is
actually like,
very
"Thank
All
you."
right. Aaron's turned on.
It's aroused.
So are we just throwing him onto the ground then?
Well, I suppose she tried to like pick him up and smash him onto her knee, but that didn't work.
There you go.
So instead, for her offhand, she will grab his throat and attempt to rip it out.
Okay.
Roadhouse
All right.
style.
That's 2 14s, so dirty 20.
Yep.
That's an 8 plus 3, 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's enough to drop him to 0. He is completely downed. And that
Alright.
that windpipe is pretty crushed.
She'll turn to everybody just covered in blood, not her own.
Evander's literally like standing right in front of you, like
Yeah.
avoiding your eyes and everything about you because holy fuck.
So I ask you now, are the people who are downed and making saves, do we intend on finishing them off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't, but you guys can.
Then after finishing them off, we have cleared initiative.
So one got away.
One got away.
One that got away.
Yeah. Is anyone planning on being the person scouting it or anything like that? The first person as we move through?
After the combat ends, Kara will walk up to Bretlin and she will attempt to grapple him.
What?
Okay.
She has advantage because he's raging.
Athletics from you, and either acrobatics or athletics from you, Bretlin.
So 13. That's 18.
Okay. Let's take a look here. Well, I guess I'll do acrobatics.
You have to beat an 18.
That
Die.
would be an 18.
Beats it,
Meets it, beats it. So, She'll just-
Whoa.
attempt to slam you into the wall.
Hey.
And she'll maybe grab your wrist and lean in very close and just say, if you touch me again, I will fucking rip your wrist out of your hand. And I will make you eat it. Do you hear me?
I hear you, soldier. Takes it back. I'll keep
Say
that.
it one more time.
Pretty sure I don't take orders from you. He'll take a few steps back.
I'm pretty sure you
And
should
she'll
respect someone's personal space.
I'm pretty sure that...
And I don't take orders from you. And you're not a captain. You're a fucking pretender. You hear me? And if you try to order me around again like that, boy, you'll be fucking eating it.
I wasn't ordering
She'll
you.
turn around and walk away.
It is here that I would like to present us, the players, with a choice. Continuing on, we'll put you into a boss fight that could take you a hot minute. Also, next week I close, so it will be a normal time session. So, we have two choices. We can go ahead and end now. I will tell you I'm kind of tired. Or we can continue on. Group decision.
I'd like to end now because I have to get up
Yeah, I'm
like really
tired.
early tomorrow. So,
I'm down with stopping you.
especially if it's a boss fight, it's
Yeah.
it's probably gonna take us over an hour, and it's already 11:16 where I am, and I have to get up at 8 a.m. Well, I have to get up at 6 a.m. But
All right. Then, Bretlin, take us out.
Kara obviously needs some post-traumatic stress therapy. Will she
Wow, so
find-
judgy.
Will she find that next week? We'll find that out and more, and maybe a boss fight and some, terrible other things on next week's Longshots. Dungeons and Dragons.
woo,
I guess we're gonna raid someone. I wasn't.
yeah,
Raid.
Who should
Raid.
All
we
right, internet land.
great.
Good night.
All right.
Good
we
night.
are going to raid. Who's on right now?
Mhm.
Dork Tales. I just like the name. We'll go back to them. They're nice folks.
Old
Hooray.
Dork Tales.
They are very nice.
All right. We're going in 10 seconds, so stand by, and we'll see you soon, friends.
Good night.